to the Core State Center in Philadelphia, where tonight it's the rematch. The New York Rangers meeting the Philadelphia Flyers. The Flyers will be without Eric Lindros. He practiced this morning with the team, but he is suspended for the next 2 games. But the Rangers' practice this morning was delayed at Core State Center. They couldn't get on the ice. The orders were, don't let them on till noon. The Zamboni blocked their way onto the ice until exactly high noon. The fun and games surrounding these 2 teams. General Manager Neil Smith made a call to the league to complain about what was going on. Hello, everyone. Welcome to New York Rangers hockey. Sam Rosen along with John Davidson. Little mind games going on.
Folks, you'll hear about it tonight. You'll read about it tomorrow. Zamboni Gate happened here today.
That's right.
The Rangers actually caused the Flyers to go on the ice a half hour late, the last home game that the Rangers had, because of the photo shoot the Rangers were doing with their team uniforms. And the Flyers were well aware of it, but the Flyers, I guess, were upset. And maybe a little bit childish in this situation. Put the Zambonis out there, wouldn't allow anybody on the ice at all. A lot of it has to do, I think, with Lindros getting suspended. There he retaliated on Shane Churla. Later in the game, he got involved with Ulf Samuelsson. He got Darren Langdon right here. That was a 2-minute minor. Actually, Lindros ended up with 10 minutes and penalties, all minors due to stick infractions. However, now he's suspended for 2 games. The Flyers didn't handle the adversity very well in Philadelphia. And here's the quote.
Well, if they're going to come out against Johnny LeClaire and I, well then, let's go after Leach and Gretzky. If this is the way it's going to be, then let's send our players after them, and I'm sure it will stop. I always felt that the way to deal with things like this, if lesser players are going to go after better players, then let's go after their stars too. You know, an eye for an eye.
The last time I checked, there were 2 Rangers that were injured in the game, and I don't think any Flyers were. The other thing is that if I had $1 and you had $1 for every time we heard the eye for an eye line regarding the sport of hockey, you and I would be multimillionaires, Sam. We have Bill McCreary refereeing tonight, and I think he'll do a good job handling this situation.
All right, a lot of people talking about it. We got the reaction of the players to what went on.
I mean, I've always been a firm believer if you want to win, you got to go after the other teams within the rules after their best players. I know years ago when we played against Calgary, Glenn Sather would always say to us, there's no sense going after Tim Hunter or Peplinski or guys like that. Go after Neuendijk and Al McInnes and Hack and Lube and guys like that.
I think it's the, it's the way any successful team takes the attitude going in the game is you look at other teams' strengths and you try and figure out what to do to eliminate those or to, use your strengths against them. And obviously, they're not going to change their style. They've got big guys that try and finish checks and play hard, and that's what they're going to try and do.
I think we try to maintain our focus. The focus is we need to get higher up in the standings, and it's a big game for us, and it's a big game for them, so you can't go out take any stupid penalties or be undisciplined. So you just got to play physical, just use the body like we did the other night, and whatever happens, happens.
No Lindros for the Flyers, no Messier for the Rangers. Still, Rangers and Flyers, there's always something good bound to happen. We'll be set to go. Sixth and final regular season meeting between the Rangers and the Flyers, and Mike Richter. In 4 of the 5 games these 2 teams have played, he's been one of the 3 stars. He has been superb against the
And he should have been a game star in the game where he wasn't picked as one of the game stars. And Ron Hextall goes again for Philadelphia. So the same matchup that we saw in the last meeting with these 2 clubs, Ron Hextall against Mike Richter.
Ron Hextall got hit with a shot above the right knee that bothered him during the course of the game. And when the Rangers scored in their comeback the other night, but he's okay for tonight. Bill McCreary, the referee, Jean Morin, Marc Perret are the linesmen.
And mention right off the top here that Brian Burke is in attendance. He did go in and talk to both teams' coaching staffs. The players have been told by the coaches, who were told by Brian Burke, scrums. If you have a scrum and the second person into one is going to be given penalties, they don't want any of that type of stuff whatsoever. The big boy is starting right now for the Flyers.
Let's play hockey. Daniel Lacroix centering Scott Daniels, who's back in the lineup, and Dan Kordic.
Once.
Every major TV brand. I know big screens, small screens, picture-in-picture. I know every square inch of TV technology. All with our great 33-day low price guarantee. At Nobody Beats the Wiz, we know TVs. Because what's life without TV? You know? Nobody beats the Wiz. We know.
Went after him. Kordic just went flying by Graves and threw an elbow and just missed him. For the Flyers. This is the mentality here in this town right now is bloodthirsty, isn't it? For this game.
Oh, it was wild. It was wild reading and listening to the talk radio here, WIP.
It's Churla moving in. He's with Lacroix. Gave him a shot. Lacroix gave the stick shot to Churla. They both went down, and Bill McCurry did not make a call. So the first shift over, no penalties. Lacroix still skating. That's Daniels. No, it's Lacroix.
Yeah, that was Lacroix with a little
Churla.
stick work on Churla.
Yeah. The one radio station here, the all-talk radio station, I gotta tell you, one guy was on the air today. This fellow used to work in New York.
Steve Fredericks.
Saying that the Flyers should go out and break Brian Leach's leg or ankle.
Oh, that's a genius.
Sal Messina was telling us about it. He listened to it. We're lucky in New York with FAN, Sam. It's like listening to Harvard, going to Harvard compared to this.
Hextall out to play the puck. Flyers have won only one of their last 4 games, and they've scored a total of 7 goals. Long shot by Joel Otto, stopped by Mike Richter. Bukaboom's got it. Bukaboom and Leach on with Gretzky, Tikkanen, and Sundstrom. The Flyers have John Druce on the right side of Joel Otto and Sean Podine on the left wing. Podine has the puck, pressured by Sundstrom. Chris Terrien and Paul Coffey on defense. Dale Hawerchuk also out of the lineup for Philadelphia. Played toward the net, knocked away with a blocker by Hextall. He's run into combination of Tikkanen and one of the Flyers. Here's Eric Desjardins the other way for Philadelphia. Michael Renberg still out with the severe cut on the face, but he expects to come back on Saturday night. A giveaway. Leclaire with a steal. Save made. Richter made 2 saves on Leclaire, who stole the puck. Another save by Richter on Trent Klatt.
Yeah, this is the
man.
Legion of Doom line on the ice as the Rangers ice the puck, only they don't have 2/3 of it. Renberg and Lindros out of the lineup. Leclaire stole the puck. He swiped it from Brian Leach, and when he gets the puck down low, he protects the puck with his body better than anybody in the league except for maybe Yager in Pittsburgh. And he had one chance to score. He was stopped, and then he set up Trent Klatt. Here's Leach with the puck. Gone. Now watch Leclaire go to work here. There's the shot he took, and he was robbed. Now watch him protect the puck with his body. Look at his body. He'll set up Klatt right in front. Oh, baby, did Richter rob Trent Klatt. What a save that was, and it's all set up by the good work of John Leclaire. In the net, look at it. Richter got that one. And then Richter's next save on Klatt was even better. Right there. Oh, man, did he move across.
Mike Richter off to a great start again against the Philadelphia Flyers. He may have been talking to themselves, John, before the night is done.
The Rangers just quickly changed their defense pairings to get Karpovtsev and Samuelson off the ice to try and have them for Leclaire. They were not on the ice when Leclaire had those scoring chances a moment ago.
Ranger healthy scratches are Chris Ferraro, Dallas Aikens, and Eric Cairns. Mark Messier is scratched, though he is close to playing. He's thinking about possibly playing tomorrow night. Luc Robitaille will not play tomorrow night. He continues his rehab and expects to be ready for the start of the playoffs, which may be as early as Wednesday night if the Rangers play the Flyers. It could be Wednesday night here in Philadelphia. Langdon's pass was broken up by or knocked away from Flatley by Brind'Amour. Pat Falloon has the puck. Brind'Amour with Falloon and Prospal. Off the end glass, driven off the boards by Eastwood all the way down. Rangers take an icing.
Coffey with a big shot, and then Coffey went down after he took the shot. Rangers icing the puck here. Now, in watching Graves come over the boards, will the Flyers match with their 4th line again, or will they leave a different line on the ice? Yeah, they come back now with Leclaire and Zubras and Klatt. This will be their #1 line in this game. And the reason I think they're out there right now, Sam, for Terry Murray on the ice, actually, you know, you look, Karpovtsev and Samuelson are out there. This is the Coffey shot. The puck was rolling high and wide, and then he got smacked and knocked down after he took the shot.
Graves on the face-off. Played across, and Russ Courtnall gets to it. Graves, Courtnall, and Oliver on for the Rangers. John LeClair with 49 goals, 95 points. He is tied for third in the league in goals scored. Plays it across off the skate of Trent Klatt. Tied with Mario Lemieux with 49. Saved by Richter. Loose puck on the rebound. Save off Klatt. Richter gets up. Rangers fire the puck off the boards and out of the zone.
This line for the Flyers flying. The Flyers have had 5 shots. This line is responsible for 4 of the 5, and they've been on the ice on 2 shifts. Oh, baby, they're playing well, this big line.
Yeah, the Flyers' top line is flying, but Mike Richter is stopping them right now.
Yes, he sure is. The Flyers really do a good job crashing the net. There you see LeClair. Actually, he was in the crease there for a moment. This big line of Zubris, an 18-year-old centerman, with LeClair, as you see there, inside the goal crease, and Klatt on the other side. It's a hard-working line. It's also a line that's got some speed. Now we see Otto going against the Gretzky line. That's a matchup the Flyers want. Only Sundstrom's taking the draw.
It's Otto with Podine and Druce. Gretzky, Sundstrom, and Tikkanen for the Rangers. Bouncing puck stopped by Ron Hextall. Leads it for Chris Therien. Sundstrom in the corner. Therien hits him. Gretzky with the puck, hit it off the side of the net. Sundstrom's got it. Checked by Therien. Went over the top. Gretzky to the puck. Swept aside by Desjardins. Here's Sean Podine with it.
That was the Rangers recovering a dump-in. Didn't get the shot on goal, but they did recover the dump-in.
I thought for a moment it was a penalty call, but no, the linesman was the man with the arm up. Bukaboom had a good hit along the boards. Crowd reacted. They thought it should have been an interference call.
Now the big line coming on the ice now for the Flyers.
Sundstrom with Leach. Sharp angle shot stopped by Hextall.
I should mention their sides line, the 4th line on the ice.
John Druce, slowed down by Tikkanen, gave it up to Doug Lidster. Lidster takes a hit from Dan Kordic. Graves fires on goal. And now it's Peter Svoboda, pressed by Churla. Stopped by Lidster for a shot. Saved by Hextall.
Churla create the turnover.
Yep.
That created the shot by Lidster. With Churla's forecheck, they is so valuable because of it.
Hextall out to get to the puck. Poked away from him. But played by Peter Svoboda. No score in the game. Almost 5 minutes gone by in the first period.
Now, how about the referee letting it go so far? You got to love it. Some young referee, nervous, would call everything at the drop of the puck. He's let the players play, and so far they played.
And it's been clean, though. There's no problems to this point, really. Long shot, knocked away with a blocker by Hextall. Taken out by Scott Daniels. Now it's Coffey. Slowed down by Driver, and Lidster has it back. Now it's Bruce Driver up the middle for Mike Eastwood. Here's Ryan Vandenbush cutting in. He scores! Ryan Vandenbush through the legs of Ron Hextall.
Passing through the neutral zone. How about that? Vandenbush along with Eastwood and Langdon on a line. Some real good passing through the neutral zone. And it's 1-0 Rangers. Vandenbush gets his first NHL goal. Watch these passes. There's a beauty, and there's a better one. And then the screen set up and a wrist shot that goes right through the wickets. And it's a bad goal against Ron Hextall, but he'll take it. Driver with a good pass. Eastwood with a better one. And Vandenbush just fired the puck, and I don't know if Hextall was expecting it or what. But the first NHL goal for Vandenbush. Congratulations to Ryan. Another look at it. Go to the left side. As you see Hextall leaning and tilting. Not steady, not set. Vandenbush fooled him.
Go figure this game. With Shane Churla having the broken nose, Colin Campbell knew he can't fight, so he puts Ryan Vandenbush in the lineup for his toughness, and Vandenbush comes out and scores a goal on a terrific shot.
Oh, it was. It was a sneaky, quick shot. Vandenbush with good pace. After 2 good passes, Driver's pass and Eastwood's pass were really good. Now, I see they haven't given Driver a pass. I mean, an assist, but he should have.
Vandenbush with his first NHL goal from Eastwood at 5:21. A big smile for Ryan Vandenbush, and I know his parents are watching because they watch all the games on the dish.
Congratulations.
Yes.
That's, you think about the road that he's had to travel to get here. He's battled his way, a lot of it with his fist. He's had a very serious leg injury, yet he's been able to make the National Hockey League, and he gets a big goal for the Rangers. Prior to the goal, Sam, Churla was nailed by Brind'Amour. Watch Churla's reaction. He'll go down. He'll think about a two-hander here. Watch him. Right there. It changes his mind and goes off. So Churla's showing good discipline.
Good thinking. Rangers have had the last 6 shots on goal. They're out shooting the Flyers 7-5 at this point. We are Almost 6 minutes in. Leach on the rush, feeds Gretzky and goes to the net. Pass across off the boards to Tikkanen, but it hit the referee, Bill McCreary. Desjardins intercepts the pass and lost it to Gretzky. Gretzky checked by Therrien. And Leclerc feeds it to Platten across behind.
And you watch the Flyer defense. There, Desjardins was in there on that play a moment ago. Coffey's been up ice. The Flyer defense very good at jumping into the rush.
Puck behind the net. And loose in the corner. Played by Chris Therrien, the defenseman. On goal, was blocked in front by Tikkanen, who was pulled down by Zubras. Sundstrom sending it down, and this will be an icing on the Rangers.
I think the Flyers are counting on the hits and the hits and the hits to try to wear the Rangers down as the game moves along here. Coley Campbell really wanted against the Flyers to get off to a good start. He felt, well, here's what he said, Sam. The scoring chances in the first period of the previous game with the Flyers, 8-1 in favor of Philadelphia in the first period, down 2-0. And the Rangers deserve to be down by 2.
Right.
But he said the last 2 periods, 2 of the best periods they played all year, and the fact that they gave the Flyers 2 scoring chances at even strength. That's it. Some on the power play, yes, but that's it at even strength. So he wanted a good start here, and so far, scoring-wise, he has. And Mike Richter's been good.
Big glove grab by Richter to play the puck to Karpovtsev. Rangers move it out. Flatley took a hit. Hextall comes out to get the puck for Václav Prospal, the rookie from the Czech Republic. Moving across is Svoboda. Plays it ahead to Brindamore. Brindamore checked by Samuelson.
No stick for Flatley.
Shot by Prospal goes high off the glass. Kept in by Yanni Niinema. Off of Brindamore. Graves moved to the side. Berg couldn't play it. Niinema keeps it in. Now Graves against Brindamore. Berg comes out of the zone. Gave it away to Peter Svoboda.
They didn't realize Flatley didn't have a stick.
Niinema with a wrist shot saved by Richter.
You see who's getting the shots?
The defense.
Coffey, Niinema. A moment ago, Desjardins was up. A moment ago, Svoboda was up. The defense, almost every rush, the Flyer defense are in on the rush.
Crossball dumped it in, took a hit from Oliver. Lidster plays the puck, 12.5 minutes to go in the first. Kordic with a good hit on Lidster. Rangers clear the zone. Michel Petit in the lineup, replacing Carl Dykhouse, who's a healthy scratch. But in the doghouse of Terry Murray for some inconsistent play, Dan Kordic in the corner against Lidster. Battle for the puck. Kordic moves in with a bump.
These are the loose puck battles. You have to win on the road to win a game.
Lacroix against Lidster. Lacroix keeps it alive. Kordic moves in. Lacroix centering pass intercepted by Driver, who was in good position. Out comes Russ Courtnall. Courtnall sends it into the Flyers zone. Rangers a 1-0 lead. Just under 12 minutes to go in the first. Courtnall blocked the pass up the boards. Moved around by Scott Daniels, and David Oliver gets there for Eastwood. Eastwood puts it in front, just missed by Courtnall. Oliver takes it away from Therrien, rather from Petit. Moved behind the net, Courtnall. Courtnall centers, comes all the way through. It's Eastwood.
Flyers are having trouble deep. Once the Rangers get the puck deep and Hextall doesn't have it, Flyers are having some trouble back there.
Petit long pass. Podine fires wide of the net. Leach goes for the puck against Joel Otto, rather against John Druce. Leach has it. Outlets for Churla, stopped and kept in by Podine. Leach looks up ice. Now Tikkanen takes over.
There's a trap by the Flyers.
Rangers move it nicely. Bookeboom gets to the red line and sends it into the Philly zone.
He dumped it into the side where Hextall doesn't normally leave the net to handle it. That's his backhand side, the right side.
Eric Desjardins with the puck. Flyers starting play tonight 2 points behind the New Jersey Devils in the race for first place in the Eastern Conference with a game in hand.
Here goes Leclerc down low. This is one dangerous player down low.
Oh, a big hit by Bookeboom as Leclerc was working along the boards against Langdon. Chris Therrien for Philadelphia sends it back in. Flyers, after tonight, play Saturday night in Montreal and Sunday night here against the New Jersey Devils. Svoboda blocked and a whistle for an offside with 10:17 to go in this first period. Rangers a 1-0 lead on a goal by Ryan Vandenbush, and since that...
There's the Flyers playing the trap. Shane Churla breaking through the middle, and that'll open up all this side of the ice. So watch the Rangers move the puck over there. One pass, two passes. Look at the open ice. With Churla cutting through the middle, it opened up the ice. Now the Rangers, Bookeboom, can throw the puck in, even though it's deflected. It goes into the right side of Hextall, and you can try and forecheck. You put it on the other side of the ice, Hextall will get there, and on his forehand, be able to use the stick and fire the puck down the ice at his leisure.
Puck moved ahead by the Flyers. John Druce to Joel Otto, left it behind him. Oliver tried to get it to Gretzky. Desjardins to Podine, and now it's Otto's pass, and Oliver does a good job checking John Druce. Joel Otto controls, and it lost it to Sundstrom. Good takeaway by Nicholas Sundstrom. Past the midway point, first period, Rangers with a 1-0 lead. Carrion double team by Gretzky and Sundstrom. Pass across, taken back by Otto.
The other thing to watch for here, the Rangers appear to be dumping the puck in slowly. There's an offside. Throw the puck in slowly. Hextall doesn't want to go get it too often.
We know Lindros is out. We know Michael Renberg out with a serious cut on his face. We caught up with him this morning and asked him how things are going.
Well, I feel pretty good. I mean, I missed a couple of days now from skating, so I was a little bit tired out there, but I'm not far away from coming back now.
All right, I understand you're going to be fitted for a special face shield. Tell us about that.
Well, we're waiting for it. I'm probably going to get it on Friday or Saturday, and it's going to be the same thing as Pat LaFontaine used before, a visor and then a kind of a, you know, what the football players have around the mouth. So I guess my vision is going to be better than with the full mask that I'm using now.
Specially designed full face mask that he'll pick up in Montreal, get a home and road one. They cost, the total cost is anywhere from between $700 to $800, John, for the two masks. They were designed for Pat LaFontaine by the Sabres trainer.
That'll be worth the investment to get him back in the line. What a tough kid.
200 stitches, but he skated hard today to stay in shape and ready to come back and hopes to play Saturday night in Montreal. Nice move by Leach. And it's poked aside by Yanni Nineva, played deep by Berg.
That injury was 7 seconds into the first period. You know, early in the period like that, or early in the game, the skates are razor sharp. And the skate blade is what cut him right down the front of his face. Goodness gracious.
And you know, John, he said he didn't feel any pain. He just thought it, you know, was a cut. And he said he didn't realize how serious it was till the doctor said, we'll have to finish this up in the hospital.
Oh, my. Kordic and Langdon nose to nose. Then the Rangers are just going to try and play an intelligent game and not get baited into anything.
Remember, when you're having good times with good friends, drink responsibly, because friends know when to say when. A reminder from your friends at Budweiser.
Oh, baby. What a race we've got going here.
No friends here as they battle for playoff position down at the bottom. Ottawa with a huge win over Hartford last night. And don't forget, still alive, Tampa Bay Lightning still in the race, hoping for a shot. And Washington playing at home tonight against Montreal.
That's a huge one. They need to win all 3 games to have a shot at getting in. Talking about Washington. They have 3 games left.
Tampa Bay is home tonight against Pittsburgh. And that's a game we'll be watching, and they are leading Pittsburgh in the first period 1-0.
It's huge for both. For the Rangers, it's huge for Tampa Bay,
and for Florida, they'll be watching
Pittsburgh and everybody.
Pittsburgh will be at Florida tomorrow night.
I'll tell you Sunday night who's playing who.
That's right. Flatley scores! 2-0 Rangers. Flatley with a low, hard shot. Very low shot, similar to Vandenbush.
But you know what? Before that, the Rangers are winning the pucks along the board, Sam. They're not being out-hit. They're not being out-muscled. They're just trying to play an intelligent game with a little bit of passion. And you'll see them work the boards and do a little cycling. There's a psycho play. Play along the boards. Look who's winning the pucks all the time. Rangers. Now Flatley sees a little open ice again, a screen. And Hextall's feet are not moving very well at all. Gar Snow is still on the bench, so they're not making a change. Eastwood's there, Langdon's there, and Flatley's there. Kordic lost his check for a moment. The screen of Petit in front of Hextall. And watch Hextall's feet again. Does he bend a little? Yeah, exactly the same movement that he used on the previous goal. And he's been beat twice on the ice.
Good start for the Rangers. Here's Václav Prospal firing it in, deflected by Bukaboom. Centered by Brind'Amour. Prospal's got it against Gretzky, trying to get in front. He went down. Fans want a call. Nothing called by Bill McCreary. Gretzky comes away with the puck. Pat Flatley with his ninth from Eastwood and Langdon at 11:58. And how about the play of Mike Eastwood, John?
The last time the Rangers were here in Philadelphia, I didn't think Mike Eastwood played a strong game. However, the first shift on, he has been part of it. He's made a nice pass to help set up the first goal. He worked the cycle for the second goal here. And you've got the Rangers that normally play in the second half of their lineup getting goals. If the Rangers are to go somewhere in the playoffs, you know they're going to rely on Gretzky's line or Messier's line, but if the other lines start to do something offensively, yeah, I'll tell you what, there could be a real serious playoff run if that indeed happens.
Last 2 to 3 weeks, Mike Eastwood has really become a valuable player on this team, and he's really contributed.
Yeah, quietly.
Yes.
Just smart passes, good cycling, an intelligent player on the ice. He's not a robust player physically, but he's strong on the puck.
Boom around the Leach. 7:15 to go in the first giveaway. Crossball shot. Save Richter.
Yeah,
Juggled it and holds on.
Not often you see Brian Leach do that. And he sort of sits down to Mike Richter and turned away. Very seldom does Brian Leach throw the puck blind diagonally through your own zone. I remember years ago, Sam, Gilles Marat used to do that about 3 times a period. And it used to drive us nuts. So watch the puck move around. Brian will get it, and he's already looked. He thinks he's got Graves, but he missed him. And you can see the Flyers, if there's a rebound, there's problems in front. There's Brian. Maybe the puck just spun right off the blade of his stick, but it was a blind pass in a diagonal sense, and he does not do that very often, and he knows that that's not the play he wanted to make.
That was Václav Prospal. His Flyer teammates call him Vinny. I asked him, why do they call you Vinny? He said, because they can't say Václav.
Even I could say Václav. It's his last name I have trouble with.
Prospal? Well, they got to call him Prospal.
And Vinny.
Vinny.
My cousin.
There he is. Shot by David Oliver. A save by Hextall. He dropped it. It's behind him and cleared away by Nienema.
Oh, baby.
Shaky first period for Ron Hextall. Back the other way, Nienema. Broken up by Samuelson.
See the defense in on the play again, Sam. That was Nienema.
Samuelson broke his stick. Eastwood was hit in the corner, but bounces off of Otto. Otto hits him again, and Eastwood stays with the puck. Leach clears out to Courtnall. 2-0 Rangers. 6.5 minutes to go in the first period. Great start for the Rangers, getting big contributions from Mike Eastwood, Ryan Vandenbush, Darren Langdon, Pat Flatley.
Good hit by Leclerc on Carpenter. Carpenter goes right back at him.
Linus Zubras puts it in front, went right through the crease. Richter lost his stick, and he skates out to get it.
His net's empty, and the Flyers have the puck.
Coffey trying to rush down the ice, picks it up and moves in. Pass across, goes through everybody.
Yeah,
Trent Flat plays it.
4-man rush again. The Rangers on the back check. Had better back check hard and make sure you pick up the late men coming into the zone.
Tikkanen with a steal. Plays it down the boards for Gretzky, but Zubras is there to move it out. Boom. Way up in the air it goes. Bounces down in the corner. Comes out in front, but there was a whistle for an offside. 5:46 to go in the first period. Ron Hextall has been beaten on 2 low shots.
Flyers had the first 5 shots, well, actually 5 of the first 6 in the first 3.5 minutes of the period. They've had 3 shots since. That's it. Here's the last shot that hit Hextall and hit his glove and went down. Now, he doesn't want to panic because he doesn't know where the puck is. And he got a little help from his friends. So did Richter here, as you'll see the puck go off his stick and back out the other way. He lost his goal stick, as you see there. That shot actually went off the backside of Richter's goal stick through the crease behind him, but outside past the goalpost.
In that game in Tampa Bay, Paul Eisebart with a power play goal at 6:58. Patrick Lalime and Darren Pupa, the goaltender.
I don't know if Rega's going to play anymore before the playoffs because of the hamstring injury he has, so Lalime gets the call.
Shane Churla runs into Prospal. They push and shove. Brindamore throws it in front. Leach breaks it up, and Berg takes it. Berg had it blocked. Has it back. The puck hit Bill McCreary. Comes back. Balloon shot saved by Richter.
Balloon has one of the tricky good shots in the league.
He has 4 goals in his last 7 games.
That was a good shot. A tough save for Richter.
Churla couldn't carry it out.
Rangers have not gotten the puck out of the zone since it hit Bill McCreary. There it is, finally out of the zone.
McCreary has let him play. There have been no penalties called in the game thus far. 4:48 to go in the first. Goals by Ryan Vandenbush and Pat Flatley, and the Rangers lead it. Look at Sean Podine.
Here's Falloon. Watch a little tricky quick shot. Richter had to go off balance to make the save. Sometimes forwards, when they're falling away from the net, yet they are able to put the puck back against the grain, it makes it an even tougher save for the goaltender. Rangers have won 4 of 6 face-offs in their own zone. This is the 7th.
John Leclerc to take the face-off against Mike Eastwood, and Eastwood wins it. Puck moved up the boards and cleared by Pat Flatley.
Not having Messier in the lineup, the Rangers can really study who does well on draws. Eastwood's taken a lot. So has Sundstrom defensively for the Rangers.
Pittsburgh has come back and tied Tampa Bay in the first period 1-1. Washington has taken a 1-0 lead on Montreal. Montreal coming off the win over the Islanders
last night. That put them in the playoffs, right?
Yes.
So they may have a little bit of a letdown. Washington would like that. The other Ranger taking a lot of defensive draws is Graves. In the absence of Messier, for Graves, Eastwood, and Sundstrom.
Fired across for Leclerc off his skate. Drives it in. Richter stops the carom. Crawford moves it around to Ulf Samuelsson. Samuelsson, who took 10 stitches as a result of the high sticking call to Eric Lindros at the end of the game on Monday night.
And Flatley wearing a visor because he got hit with a puck in his right cheekbone. It's pretty swollen. So the Rangers, they got some aches and pains. Another icing against the Rangers. You got Flatley with a visor for his cheek. You've got Samuelsson with stitches to his chin. You've got Sherla with a fractured nose. They got it back in place where it's supposed to be. And it's the Flyers who were saying, the Rangers are running us. You know, really think about it.
I know. That's all the bruise on the cheek of Pat Flatley.
Yeah, a little swelling over there on the right side.
Won't be able to eat his bagels for a while. I mean, he can eat it on the other side.
Yeah, find a way.
Yeah, they're good bagels. 3:45 to go.
Shots even at 9-9. The Rangers with a 2-0 lead. These face-offs become important. Otto against Sundstrom.
One other player I failed to mention out for the Flyers, Dale Howardchuk, who his groin still giving him a little bit of problem, though he said today he felt better. He was sore on Tuesday, felt better yesterday, skated hard today, and expects to play Saturday night. Gretzky off the feed from Tikkanen.
The real worry, though, for the Flyers. He's not been able to play much because of a groin injury and abdominal muscle injury.
Skated pretty hard today.
But you wonder about the playoffs. You know, it's a 7-game series. How many can he play in?
Bodine pushes his way in against Lidster, whacks him with a stick. Couldn't get out in front, was taken down. McCreary looks at it, doesn't call anything.
And again, there was 4 Flyers in front of the net. Desjardins, number 37, a defenseman, jumped in. Every single rush, there's a Flyers defenseman in on the play, and the Rangers have covered it very well.
Out in center, Graves lifts it ahead, knocked down by Svoboda. Under 3 minutes to go in the first period, Rangers leading 2-0. Sean Podine puts it in the Ranger zone. Richter out to get it. Chip clear by David Oliver and played by Rod Brind'Amour. 24 goals on the season for Rod Brind'Amour. Playing in his 318th consecutive game. Second longest active streak in the NHL. The first belongs to Mark Recchi. Crossball hit by Bukaboom. Courtnall fires it around the boards.
The Rangers will be happy after the first period with their board work. Here on the road in Philadelphia, known as a big team, the Rangers have matched them, if not been better, along the boards.
Crossball blocked. Pushed ahead by Graves and cleared out by Niinimaa. Sherla hit by Klatt. Brind'Amour sends it back. Niinimaa moves it to Coffey. Has some room. Rangers get over. Coffey looks to make a play toward the net. Samuelsson is there.
Now, with the Rangers having the 2-zip lead, you wonder how many shifts the fourth lines of the Flyers will get the rest of the way. They're not known as scorers, obviously, and the Flyers trail. And you wonder, it may just have to be their best players offensively the rest of the way.
Bob Store's intermission report coming up with Mike Crispino between periods. We'll be talking with John LeClair of the Philadelphia Flyers. Ron Burke will have an update at the S+ desk. And then we'll have highlights here. JD and myself. The puck was fired over the boards near the Rangers bench.
I shouldn't laugh, but the puck went flying into the bench. The quickest I've seen Dick Todd move in 2 years. And even Bruce the masseuse. He almost went down for the count. And it's easy to laugh from up here. Dick still got the earpiece in. Talks to Billy Moores, who is upstairs. Ranger players are telling him about, Dick changes the defense. Billy Moores does a lot of work technically with the players during practice. And there's Bruce the masseuse. He went down, man. He was going.
He played without a helmet there.
Yeah, absolutely. Projectile flying at him.
You started to say about Billy Moores?
He does a good job.
He really does.
Technically and improving the players. Here's a clean win.
Shot went wide by Desjardins. Therrien plays it toward the front. Saved by Richter. And he covers up.
And the thing is, when Otto wins a draw, He'll go to the net, and he's so darn big, it's like trying to stop a Big Mac truck. And not only did he screen Richter on the first play, he then fell on Richter or was pushed on him. Watch Otto just go to the net. Watch him just go to the net. He pushes off his centerman, backs in. There's Richter not seeing the first shot. Otto hits Richter or bumps into him. Richter's out of the crease. And then there he's looking for a rebound. Joel Otto is so darn big, and he really competes. Again, watch him back in. Richter's out of the crease. Otto doesn't even see him. Now, when Richter makes this save, he curves the puck to the right. That was a smart play by Mike Richter, who has recovered well here when he's been down in the first period. Desjardins with a shot. Again, you lose a draw, lose it fine. But just give it your best shot not to lose it clean.
Flyers with 11 shots, Rangers 9. Pat Falloon with a puck for Philadelphia plays it deep, and it's 15 to go in the first period. Tampa Bay has scored again. Lightning lead the Pittsburgh Penguins 2-1 in the first period in Tampa.
Lightning played a good, solid game against New Jersey the other night in a tie.
Therrien with the puck.
Florida had a good finish last night.
Big third period for the Panthers.
Imagine the New Jersey had won 39 games this year when they scored the first goal. Not last night.
Panthers finally breaking their winless streak and trying to straighten out. They have one game remaining.
It had been 6 games, hasn't it, without a win?
Yep. Long shot wide of the net. Hextall plays it off the boards and around with 35 seconds to go in the first period. Brind'Amour. The biggest question mark the Philadelphia Flyers have going into the playoffs is the man in goal. Will he come up big for them? He looked shaky in this first period, and if the Flyers do not come back, there'll be some questions.
Yeah, the thing is, you get the feeling that there's not much confidence in the whole city regarding Ronnie Hextall's goaltending. He's had a good year, though. When you
31 wins.
Think about the wins. He's had 31. He's a competitive guy. He's actually a good guy when you get to know him. Real good guy. But the confidence level is just not very high. When the playoffs start for Hextall, he needs a good start in the playoffs. If that happens, then you can start to ride the particular wave.
And the other problem is that Garth Snow is nursing a groin injury, and he's just about ready to play. I think he may play Saturday night in Montreal. And Ron Hextall wanted to play a lot of games down the stretch and has right now off to a tough start. Leach battling.
Platt tried to throw Leach down, and Leach countered and threw Platt down as the period's about to expire.
LeClaire can't get out in front. Graves with a good check.
Yeah, those are one-on-one battles. Those are board battles that the Rangers did very well with and have the 2-0 lead at the end of one period. This was a game that was played a lot along the boards. The Flyers started to get better winning some draws. Richter was good, Hextall was not, and the Rangers were very good along the boards, and the Rangers got offense from players who generally do not provide offense.
A lot of talk about wild things going on in a war and breaking people's legs, an eye for an eye. It was a tough first period. No penalties called.
Yeah, Leach on Klatt. You see Zubris is picked up on the left side, right there by Bukaboom. Now there's a switch. Leach on Klatt again. And there you see Graves was with LeClaire. That's good defensive work by the Rangers.
2-0 Rangers end of one. Mike Crispino with John LeClaire when we come back.
Back in Philadelphia, where goals from unexpected sources, Ryan Vanderbush and Pat Flatley have given the Rangers a 2-0 lead after one period. We're joined by John LeClaire, who, along with Eric Lindros, tears up the league when they're together, and when they're not together, maybe not quite as productive. You must feel kind of lonely out there tonight without Michael Renberg and Lindros. It seems like the Legion of Doom has done so much damage over the past few years. Without those guys, it's got to feel a little strange.
It does, and no question we'd love to have both those guys out there. Eric and Rennie are a big part of our team, and anytime they're not in the lineup, that's when we need guys to really step it up and, pick their game up a little bit.
When you look at the kind of numbers that you have put up this year and the years past, people wonder, well, is he just an offensive player? Obviously not. You're the #1 plus-minus player in the league. What goes into that kind of a number for a player like you?
I think you take a lot of pride in your plus-minus. It shows that you're not just going one way, that you're taking care of your own end. I don't know if I'm a plus 45, if I'm that defensively sound, but, it's nice to be on the plus side and, be up there a little bit.
This game with the Rangers tonight, a lot of conversation before it, of course, with Eric being suspended for 2 games. What were you guys talking about in your dressing room prior to this one as far as retaliation or things of that nature?
Well, most of the talk was don't be stupid. There's no reason to retaliate. Play the game hard in between the whistles. After the whistle, you can't win a game after the whistle. So you got to be careful there, and don't get pushed around. But then again, don't be stupid. Being stupid kind of cost us the game up in New York. So you got to really be smart out there.
Well, that's the way it's been played in the first period, the first 20 minutes. The Rangers leading at 2-0. Thanks to John LeClair for joining us. We'll be back with more on S+ from Philadelphia after these words.
Welcome to the S+ studio in Manhattan. I'm Ron Burke with this sports update. Let's first get you up to speed on the NHL scores, beginning with the game that figures in for the Rangers. Pittsburgh is trailing at Tampa Bay, and that's good news because the Rangers are tied with the Pens for 5th place in the East. Elsewhere, Buffalo against Boston. They're scoreless in the first. With the win, the Sabres would clinch the Northeast Division title. Elsewhere, Washington leads Montreal. The Canadiens would clinch a berth with the win, and Toronto and St. Louis will get underway shortly. The Knicks and the Bulls are going at it at the Garden. The bad blood left over from their last meeting has begun to resurface in this one. Larry Johnson and Scottie Pippen don't like each other a little bit and got to say so face to face. Through one quarter, though, LJ has scored just 2 points. Here they are. Pippen had 18 in the first quarter. Wow. And right now it's 34-all, Knicks and Bulls in the second. Elsewhere, the Nets are losing right now by 3 at home to Milwaukee. The Nets have lost their last 5. Right now, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll have an update on today's business news. Welcome back. Now let's get an update on today's business news with Consuelo Mack. Consuelo?
Thanks, Ron. Investors sharply reduced the amount of money they put into stock mutual funds in March. Investors put $9.5 billion into stock funds versus over $18 billion in February. That report put pressure on stocks. The Dow closed off 23 points. The Nasdaq gave up 13. The long bond held steady. It sealed at 7.10%. Now, investors are also looking ahead to tomorrow's report on March wholesale inflation. The producer price index is expected to be unchanged. If it jumps, that could send stocks sliding. Ron?
Thank you, Consuelo. Finally, through one round at the Masters, John Houston is 5 under par, good for a 1-stroke lead. Tiger Woods is 3 shots back. That's it for now from the S+ studio. I'm Ron Burke. After this break, it's back to Philadelphia for the second period, where the Rangers lead the Flyers 2-0.
Sam Rosen, John Davidson, Mike Crispino at the Core State Center in Philadelphia, where the Rangers have a 2-0 lead. On the Bob Stores intermission report, time for highlights. Good highlights for Mike Richter.
The Flyers had 11 shots. Richter stopped them all. Here, LeClair stripped Brian Leetch of the puck, and he had 1 shot there that Richter made the save on. Richter, when he's good, he recovers so well. He's back into position. Now watch him rob Klatt right there with some good lateral movement from post to post. And Samuelson, he was aggressive right here with LeClair. Watch him grab LeClair's stick. He's got a hold of it. Not much chance of LeClair getting to the loose puck, but he can't get his stick free. And a good job by Mike Richter, again scrambling somewhat. This was very early in the period when the Flyers had their best offense. Now, the Rangers did score twice. 4 of the players on the ice here for the Rangers will touch the puck. Lidster to Driver. This pass is a beauty to Eastwood. He gains the blue line, not a 2-line pass, and then Eastwood just shoveled the puck to Vandenbush, who got his first NHL goal, beating Ron Hextall down low.
And then another low shot. This one by Pat Flatley beats Ron Hextall.
The Rangers worked the boards here. Did a good job cycling. Eastwood, Flatley, Langdon were all on the ice. And again, they won the loose puck battles in the offensive zone. Another sweeping wrist shot. This one went past Petit, past Hextall. Both of them on the ice for the Rangers regarding their goals, and a 2-0 first period lead.
We'll be back to start the second period right after these messages. We are back at the Core State Center. You know, most of the attention the other night was focused on Eric Lindros and his stick work, but there was also another incident involving Bill Berg and Paul Coffey. Berg getting under Coffey's skin and a dangerous play on Paul Coffey in center ice. I talked to both of them about it.
I had made a play at center ice, and he came behind me and slew-footed me. He just took my feet right out from underneath me, and I mean, I've played this game long enough. I know that hitting and all that stuff's part of the game, and I can handle that. But I think when you do something that could end a player's career, it's pretty upsetting. And I got a little riled there. I don't like that kind of stuff. The same thing happened to Rick Tocchet about a week ago in Ottawa. A player on Ottawa slew-footed him, and he's probably out till the end of the year. And there's just no room for that kind of stuff in the game.
With Paul Coffey, you're just trying to hit him every chance you can, and he's a great player. He's proven it over his career, so. You want to get him off his game. You don't want to let him just wheel all the time and without being hit or anything, because he'll make great plays. He's proven that over his career. So, you know, if he gets upset at it, he gets upset at it, and there's nothing I can do about it.
You know, in that situation, it should have been a penalty.
Yes.
Billy Burke kicked his feet out. It should have been a penalty. Billy's a very good aggravating player. And when he's at his best, he does things like that. By the way, Coffey and his partner Petit, -2 in the first period on the ice for both Ranger goals. Two separate lines were on the ice for the goals, the Prospero line and the Lacroix line. So 2-0 Rangers as we head into the second period. Face-offs, by the way, 10 in the Rangers zone in the first period, only 1 in the Flyers zone.
Graves, Berg, Churla, Leach, and Bukaboom start the period for the Rangers. Lacroix, Kordic, who's going at it with Churla, and Daniels for Philadelphia with Petit and Svoboda. Petit shot through traffic, blocked in front. Comes to Bill Berg along the boards, and he's able to clear the zone.
Flyers cannot afford a bad penalty either. They take a bad penalty, an aggressive penalty. The Rangers having the 2-0 lead, that would be very hurtful. Churla's just running everybody.
But also, John, the Rangers want to stay away from taking bad penalties so as not to allow the Flyers a chance to get back in the game.
Oh, I agree with you fully. Churla, another active first shift, 40 seconds worth to make that 39 of throwing the body around. He's going at everybody. The Flyers, you can see they just didn't want to react. They just can't. Down 2-0. They're still in the race with the Devils. And the Rangers doing the Devils a favor to this point in this one regarding first place. There's Churla with his man there. There he moves across to the other defenseman, Svoboda. And Shane Churla will finish every check. And there he runs into Daniels, who was ready for it. Then he got surrounded. But the Flyers stayed away from any retaliation. This is right after the faceoff. As the puck was loose, Churla did not want Kordic to be able to go by him to get the puck, so he stayed with him immediately. That was the opening face-off to start this second period.
And a scoring addition. Bruce Driver gets an assist on the Ryan Vandenbush goal, so it now reads Vandenbush from Eastwood and Driver. And that was an assist he deserved as he had the outlet pass. Eastwood touched over to Vandenbush. Samuelson back to the puck. Up the boards, off the glass and out of the zone. Mark Messier practiced full with the Rangers yesterday, practiced this morning. It's a morning skate. Feels good. Is thinking about possibly playing tomorrow night.
Hey, really feels good. I think the whole attitude of the Rangers, it's just changed in the last 2 or 3 days with a win over the Flyers at home. You can sense a complete atmosphere change. They stuck together. They played hard. They did some good things. They didn't retaliate. And so far in this game, they played exactly the same. You can just sense they're playing with a purpose. And it could be the Flyers in the playoffs.
Yep. Karpovtsev took a hit. That shot went wide. Zubras taking the shot. Down comes Niinimaa with a puck. He fires. Hits the side of the net. Poked off the net.
By Zubras from inside the net. He was in the goal crease and he reached out and knocked the puck right off. So it'll be another face-off. This time it'll go outside the zone because it was a Flyer player that missed the net on the shot. And it was caught up in the webbing. And the puck, see Richter skate, see his leg right in there, right up against the goalpost. And the puck to the outside. And there's a stick from the inside. You can lose it away. Long way to go on this one. 18-16. 18 minutes, 16 seconds left here in the second period.
Rangers get 50 ticket allotment on the road as a visiting team. Mike Richter probably used, 30 of them.
He can afford it.
Family and friends. Mike is from the Philadelphia area. Yanni Niinimaa with the puck. Season series even. 2 wins for the Rangers, 2 for the Flyers, 1 tie. This is the final regular season meeting. Here's Zubras going deep for the puck. Out in front, slides it through the crease, and it went all the way through. Bukaboom with a good check on Leclerc.
He stayed with Leclerc. There's a penalty.
Zubras left his feet.
That's exactly right. It'll be a charging call. A 4-man rush again for the Flyers. Bukaboom recovered and stayed with Leclerc. Zubras moved across and went hunting up high. He left his feet, at least one of them anyway, and hit up high. As soon as he hit up high, there's the penalty for charging. Now here's the rush. Look at the 4 of them. 4 Flyers there. Coffey's in and Niinimaa. Now look at Coffey move in. Niinimaa's there at the top of the circle. 4 Flyers deep. Bukaboom does a real good job over on the far side. And now you'll see Zubras move across. Number 9. Left both feet. right in the air. He was about 1.5 feet in the air, and that's a penalty. And he also, when he left his feet to throw the check, he went up hunting high. And Bill McCurry made the call. Here's Eastwood battling with Klatt, and there you can see Zubris taking the penalty. So the Rangers have a chance here with the Flyers taking an offensive zone penalty.
First penalty of the game, Zubris for charging at 2:12. Rangers power play clicked for 2 goals in the game on Monday night against the Flyers. And the Rangers have scored 5 power play goals against the Flyers in the season series.
Philadelphia is pretty good, short-handed. Is it even there? Hextall went to fire the puck up ice jam. He didn't get it in the air. He half-fanned on the play.
Leach coming in. Leach against Therien, goes around him, plays it back to Gretzky. Gretzky, Sundstrom, Leach, Driver, and Graves for the Rangers power play. Toward the net, save made, the rebound. Therien with a check on Gretzky, and Hextall's got the puck diving on top.
Great deflection by Adam Graves. About 3 feet outside the top of the crease, and Hextall made the save on it. It was a wrist shot from the blue line. Graves, watch him get in front and get his stick loose. There's a shot by Leach coming. Graves here. Look at that little deflection. Oh, what a nice play that was. Adam actually lifted one leg up and deflected the puck back through his legs. Hextall's looking around bodies, and he'll go down, and the puck was deflected off him, and then here with the puck in front, Graves couldn't get to it quickly, and Hextall was able to hang on.
Adam Graves taking a look at the replay on the scoreboard. Played down the boards, but given away to Petit, who drives it all the way down.
And again, the Flyers will be aggressive with their penalty kill, and their forwards love to take chances shorthanded.
Brindamore and Drews are on with Svoboda and Petit, and an icing is whistled against the Rangers with 1:05 to go in the Rangers power play. One-time Ranger Michel Petit, so I'm skating by. Rangers will go home tonight, bus home, and be on the ice at Madison Square Garden tomorrow night against the Tampa Bay Lightning for the final game of the regular season. Playoffs begin next week, either Wednesday night or Thursday night. If it's against Philadelphia, there's a good chance it'll be open up here on Wednesday night and be back-to-back games, John. Wednesday and Thursday night.
And then in the Garden. Oh,
in the Garden Sunday.
Sunday afternoon.
That's right.
And then Tuesday. That's a possibility.
Yes.
We shouldn't say that that's
not firm. Giveaway to Gretzky by Brindamore. And tapped out of the zone by Svoboda. John Druce takes over.
One chance so far in the Rangers power play. That was the deflection by by Adam Graves.
3.5 minutes gone by, second period. Rangers with a 2-0 lead on the power play. Gretzky brings it across. It's an offside.
Smart play by Therien. He pushed Oliver, bumped him, and knocked Oliver off balance and inside the zone. Oliver was trying to straddle the blue line, and Therien, in backing up, collided with Oliver, so that all of a sudden it's offside. The Rangers tried to move up ice in the rush. The first pass is deflected, but that still was completed. Look at Oliver on the blue line. Actually, I don't think Therien even saw him. And because of that, offside with only 35 seconds to go. I was trying to find it on the scoreboard. 35 seconds on the penalty to Zubris.
Graves on with Flatley and Berg, Leach and Driver.
Big power play for both clubs here. The Rangers get one, and it's 3-0. If they don't, the Flyers still in it.
Leach drops it off to Driver. Lead for Flatley. Flatley makes his way into the Flyers zone, goes around Otto. It was stopped by Desjardins. Here's Berg to the net. Blocked in front by Therien.
Billy Berg had Brian Leach. He was thinking of moving it to him, but he didn't.
Around the boards, power play is over. Teams are at full strength. Rangers 0 for 1 on the power play in the game, but lead 2-0. 15:40 to go in the second. Driver. Flatley sends it across. Yanni Niinimaa with 38 assists on the season. 42 points, the third highest total by a Flyer rookie defenseman. Yanni Niinimaa. Outlets to LeClaire. John LeClaire's not scored a goal in the last 4 games as he tries to reach the 50 mark.
Ben Wilson has the record for the most points as a defenseman. I thought he had the most penalty minutes. Probably had both.
That too, right. 15:04 to go in the second. 2-0 Rangers lead it. The rookie defenseman from Finland has played 74 games, has had a fine rookie season. There are the numbers. Ben Wilson, 49 points. Thomas Eriksson, 44 points. Jani Niinimaa, third with 42 points, tied with Tom Blayden and Larry Goodenough.
Tommy Blayden was a rugged defenseman, too, as was, of course, Ben Wilson.
Face-off win by Podine. Shot by Niinimaa goes high.
A clean loss again. A clean win for the Flyers on the draw.
It was not Podine. It was Crossball who won the face-off. Shot by Brindamore goes wide. Crossball with Brindamore and Falloon for Philadelphia.
We've always stated the Flyers may be the best face-off team in the league. But again, you just really have to work at not losing them clean.
Crossball moves in against Bukaboom. Grabbed him. Got him off balance. The Rangers able to clear the zone.
Bukaboom with a long reach got his stick through the legs of Crossball. Knocked him off balance.
Balloon tied up by Leach. Sundstrom pass blocked. Crossball able to clear the zone. When Crossball was called up, he was the leading scorer in the American Hockey League. Only now has someone passed him. He remained the leading scorer for 3 weeks while he was with the Philadelphia Flyers. Peter White, another Flyer prospect, is leading the American Hockey League in scoring right now. We talked about Mark Messier possibly playing tomorrow night. We got an update on his physical condition earlier.
Well, I feel actually pretty good. I worked out pretty hard the last few days with some pretty heavy weights and riding a bike and getting treatment. So I feel excellent. It was a bit of a struggle to decide whether to play or not tonight, and I think we decided that I'd better off wait one day and then reevaluate it tomorrow for tomorrow night's game. But actually feeling great.
Good news, yeah. And some bad news for the Rangers. Tikkanen just left the bench with Jim Ramsey, the medical trainer. I believe it's a hand injury. And he's back in the locker room having repairs.
Uh-oh, gloves dropped. Vandenbush and Kordic.
Got to go after these guys 6 inches taller than he is.
Oh, man.
Kordic's tough.
Kordic's one big man.
It's 1, 2, 3 shots. 4, 5. See, Kordic changed hands. Vandenbush did real well early. And the other guy is so tall. You see Kordic trying to drag the helmet off. See that? His right hand, he's trying to pull the helmet off. Vandenbush has got some blood below his nose.
Bloody.
Kordic's so much bigger. Kordic's yelling, no, don't break him up.
He wants to keep going.
He's so much bigger. Vandenbush did well early, then Kordic landed a couple. The linesman having trouble breaking up Kordic. He doesn't want it to stop. Now they do. The Flyers were looking for something. And the fans are up and cheering. They love that here in Philadelphia.
They're responding to it.
I personally feel that Vandenbush did really well. I mean, he's half the size. And he did very well early. Kordic changed hands and did well late. And the Flyers looking for something to spark their club as the Rangers have played them very well here.
Vandenbush is taking on Grimson and Kordic, two big guys. This one he did better than he did against Grimson.
Oh, he had his helmet on the whole time for one. See the play along the boards. There's the collision with Kordic and Vandenbush. And they were going to go. Vandenbush got inside, landed some quick ones early. Right there, 1, 2, 3. And then Kordic will change hands and land a couple. And there he tried to rip the helmet off of Vandenbush's head.
5 minutes each for fighting at 6:02. Terry Murray looks on. No loss of manpower on the ice. Rangers with a 2-0 lead, but for the first time in quite a while, the building is alive.
That's what the Flyers were looking for, and the fans were looking for. Let's see if they can parlay it into something. And if I was the Rangers, I'd delay it a little bit, delay the line change. See, Terry Murray here, now he now makes a change and puts the #1 line on the ice. That's got Leclerc on it. He's looking for an emotional zing here to try and make something happen. The Rangers have their third set of defensemen on the ice. They're capable of Driver and Lister, but it's not Samuelson and Carpens for Leclerc in his line.
Rangers have Graves, Berg, and Churla, and Churla matching up with Leclerc.
They don't mind that at all. That's a good defensive matchup for the Rangers up front.
Coffey across to Niinimaa, and back. Churla got a piece of it and brings it across. Now Berg turns and shoots. Saved by Hextall. Drops the puck and holds on.
You bet he had trouble with that one. Look at Churla.
Coffey and Churla.
Somebody punched Berg. Somebody punched Churla. And finally, the emotion for the Flyers getting higher. And I'm wondering if a penalty's been handed out to Coffey. He threw a punch right into somebody's mouth, and I think it was Berg. Coffey's getting a penalty. That's a good call. A real good call by Billy McCreary. There were 2 punches thrown to the faces of the Rangers, and the second one was called.
Terry Murray talked about discipline and playing smart. This is not smart.
You'll see the shot here, and Hextall's got trouble with it. He drops it. Now watch Churla take a shot right there from Coffey. Now watch Coffey go across to Berg and see him, and of course he's mad at Berg, and there's another punch. So Coffey got 1 minute for each punch.
Coffey 2 for roughing. It's 6:14.
The Rangers smarter so far, with the intelligence of retaliation penalties. Coffey with 1 shot, Coffey with 2 shots.
Rangers 3 for their last 13 on the power play, 0 for 1 in tonight's game.
And 2 chances. I don't know if one of them was a shot, but at least 2 scoring chances on the first power play. Only 1 shot for 2 chances.
Leach, Driver, Sundstrom, Gretzky, and Flatley for the power play. Leach controlling. Podine, Otto, Therrien, and Desjardins, the penalty-killing unit for the Flyers, which is 5th in the league. Steal by Podine and a clear. Richter comes out to get the puck. Now Driver. Almost 7 minutes into the second period. Rangers a 2-0 lead. First period goals by Ryan Vandenbush and Pat Flatley. Sundstrom to Flatley to Gretzky. Save by Hextall. Great save.
Some good goaltending there after some great pass work. Great pass work from about center ice up ice. The puck shot by Gretzky was rolling. And because of that, I don't think he was able to fire it up top like he would like to have. What a play, though. What a play up ice. Really good pass right here by Leach off the boards. Now the Rangers head in with 4 men, and this pass by Flatley to Gretzky was a beauty. And Gretzky had to deal with a rolling puck. Hextall makes the best save he's made in the game now. But Sundstrom to Flatley to Gretzky. Boy, what a shot, what a play, and pretty good save by Hextall. Gretzky tried to go up top, but the puck was rolling. See, Hextall ended up halfway inside the net. He's not moving with a fluid the way he normally does. He's not fluid out there. Half his body's inside. That was a slide and hope type save. One of those ones I would have tried to make. And he did make it, though, and give him credit for it.
Wayne Gretzky, who has 95 points, tied with John LeClair and Jaromir Jagr for 4th in the league in scoring. Battle along the boards. Courtnall kicks it to Gretzky. Svoboda goes to him. Graves off his stick. Courtnall's got it back. Courtnall out to Leach. Across to Karpovtsev. Now to Gretzky. 48 seconds in the power play. Karpovtsev plays it deep. Graves gets it to Courtnall. Courtnall to Leach moving in. He shoots blocked in front. It hit Michel Petit and caromed all the way out. Karpovtsev back for it.
Esa Tikkanen still in the Rangers locker room. He was banged up about 5 minutes ago.
Here comes Leach. Moving across. Drops it back for Gretzky. Takes the shot wide. Karpovtsev plays it along the boards. Leach took a hit from Petit. Moves it to Gretzky. Sets up Courtnall. He shoots. Knocked down in front. Leach shoots. Deflected. Score! Adam Graves!
Graves is hurting, Sam. He took the long shot by Courtnall up high in his chest, and he's hurting. And when he turned around, he had one hand on his stick and shoveled the puck in behind Hextall.
Adam Graves, it's a power play goal, and the Rangers lead 3-0.
The shot from the blue line was a high shot. It hit Graves right in the chest, and he was hurting. And watch him here. He's in front. He'll take the puck up high. Ooh, baby, right there. Ouch. Now watch him turn with one hand on his stick and just bang, the puck's in the net. He was taking his left hand, putting it up to his chest where he was hurting when he got hit with the puck, but he still saw the puck, and with a quick stick and quick hand, banged it in behind Hextall. Watch him turn. Left hand to the chest. Ouch. Bang.
Wow, what a goal.
Play. What a play. 3-0 Rangers, and a power play works again.
Well, he's got the NHL imprinted on his chest now.
He sure does.
He's got the logo there.
That could be Mr. Bettman's signature right across the ribcage.
Adam Graves, 32nd goal of the season. Leach and Courtnall the assist at 8:04, and the Rangers make the Flyers pay for taking a bad penalty. LeClair moves in against Samuelson. Big hit on Samuelson.
Langdon may take the penalty here.
Yep. Trent Platt with the puck. Flyers will get their first power play of the game. Lidster takes over. The whistle stops play, and the Flyers go on the power play. 11:18 to go in the second. High sticking call. Adam Graves smiling on the bench, pointing to his chest about where the puck hit him, but feeling good about the third goal.
Yeah, and he just turns around. You never know where the puck is, and he sees it, just chips it. A little one-handed chip shot in behind Ron Hextall. Can't believe his luck. And now the penalty. We'll take a look at the Rangers moving in, 2 of them there, and then in comes Langdon. And you see the cross check up high. And the Flyers will have their first power play. They've only had 2 shots in the period. There's 11:18 to go in the period. They've only had 2 shots. The Rangers have had 5 here in this second period. This is a big, big, big key power play for the Flyers.
Langdon for high sticking at 8:42. First power play of the game for the Flyers, who are 1 for 24 against the Rangers on the power play in the season series, and 3 for 51 over the last 2 seasons against the Rangers. LeClaire moves it to Trent Platt. Now it's Coffey with Ninema at the points. Crossball, LeClaire and Platt up front. Crossball moves it to LeClaire. Batted away by Bookeboom. Bookeboom with Leach, Sundstrom, and Berg. LeClaire, crossball. Platt set up side of the net. Pass to Platt. No, he tried to pass back to LeClaire. He had a shot, and he passed instead. Here's Coffey. His pass goes all the way through. Sundstrom gets to it and clears it. Good chance for the Flyers. Platt passed it up.
All 4 Rangers changed. They had the long trip here in the second period to get to the bench. Again, Tikkanen is not back for the Rangers.
Crossball with Falloon. Falloon falls down. Rangers take over, and it's lifted clear by Eastwood. Eastwood, Graves, Karpovtsev, and Samuelson on for the Rangers. Ninema, Desjardins, Brindamore, Falloon, and Zubras on for the Flyers. Dinah Zubras to the puck. Around to Brindamore. Intercepted by Graves, cleared by Karpovtsev. Good play by Adam Graves. 35 seconds to go in the power play for the Flyers. Coffey on the puck. Blocked by Samuelson, cleared by Courtnall.
Yeah, Courtnall getting a chance to penalty kill. Rangers going with 5 penalty killers. Messier, of course, not in the lineup. Tikkanen is down with an injury. We believe it's a hand injury.
Coffey fires in. 15 seconds in the power play off the stick of Richter in the corner. Falloon goes down. Penalty upcoming.
The hit from behind. There'll be a 9-second 5-on-3. Bookeboom went in from behind, and Falloon was in a prone position, and Bookeboom shoved him with a cross-checking motion. So this face-off will be very important. Rangers had to use their penalty killers. There was some pressure by the Flyers, but nothing clean around the net. But a shove from behind by Bookeboom gets called. You see there, the shove, a dangerous play as they push him into the boards and to Brindamore. The Rangers lose a man. Be 5-on-3 Flyers for 9 seconds, and they lose a valuable penalty killer in Jeff Bookeboom.
Cross-checking at 10:33. 9 seconds to go in Langdon's penalty. 9:27 to go in the second. The Rangers a 3-0 lead. Vandenbush in the box for his fighting major.
Now, Platt, I thought, was going to shoot the puck on his scoring chance. Instead, he tried to hit LeClaire over on the right side. There's the pass back, and LeClaire wasn't quite ready for it. I think LeClaire was thinking maybe a rebound of a Platt shot. Instead, Platt moved the puck back across.
Crossball will take the face-off against Sundstrom. Sundstrom with Leach and Karpovtsev. Crossball wins it back to Desjardins. Crossball with a pass to Desjardins, who shoots. Knocked down in front. LeClaire tapped away. Coffey shot blocked by Leach. Crossball's got it. Langdon's out of the box, but he goes to the bench for a different skater. And Berg comes on. LeClaire behind the net. It's a 5-on-4 giveaway to Leach, and he clears all the way down. Hextall leaves it for Desjardins.
Flyers won the draw, but they couldn't get the shot they wanted. One of them was blocked by Brian Leach. And the penalty killing continues to do well for the Rangers.
Fired in by Desjardins around the boards. Crossball, another hit on him, this time by Karpovtsev. Bouncing puck to Coffey. Blocked by Berg out of the zone.
Berg's having another outstanding game for the Rangers. Very, very, very quick on players, taking the body.
Coffey's pass off the skate. Rangers can't clear. It's knocked down. Eastwood does poke it clear. Under a minute to go on the power play for the Flyers, who have not had a shot on goal on the power play. The puck chipped up into the crowd.
Well, Eastwood has done well. I think he's hurting a little bit right now as the puck hit his foot and went into the stands. Billy Berg with a strong shift. Adam Graves, the penalty killing, just excellent. Kordic and Vandenbush have now returned after serving their sentences for fighting.
11 minutes, 40 seconds gone by. Second period. Flyers have only two shots on goal.
Yeah. Rangers have had 5, and one of them's a goal. Eastwood here tries to move the puck out. He banged into Leclerc, and then he moves across. And as he moved across, he blocked an attempted pass with his foot. And the puck went into the stands off his foot. I think he was limping a little bit because of it.
Zubris with the puck behind the net. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Rod Brindamore. Pass deflected by Graves, and Graves sweeps it clear.
I think the Flyers missed Lindros
big
and
time.
Renberg.
Big time.
And you could say the same with the Rangers when you think about Kovalov, Robitaille, and Messier.
Nienema gets to the puck. Fans getting on the Flyers, whose power play has been ineffective. Balloons to Brindamore. Back up the boards to Nienema. Looking. Pass across to Chris Therien. Gretzky on him. Now it's Zubris, his check. Therien shoots, score! Rod Brindamore on a deflection. With 4 seconds left in the power play. Brindamore comes through on the tip from the Therien shot. And the Flyers are on the board. Rangers lead is 3-1.
There was only 4 seconds to go on the Bookeboom penalty. A low shot from the blue line, not a fancy power play goal, and Brindamore with a little deflection. You'll see Brindamore will end up positioning himself in front. The puck's along the far side, a 3-on-2 over there. Here comes Brindamore, and he was out of sight, out of mind. He was in behind the goal. Samuelson doesn't even know he's there until the last second, and there's a good little deflection. The puck went right through the legs of Mike Richter. Here's Therien, and there goes Samuelson trying to get over to Brindamore. He can't. The Flyers get themselves one and trail by 2.
So the teams have matched power play goals here in the second. The Flyers have life. Otto behind the net. Comes out in front of his blocked by Driver. Lidster checking Podine. They both go down. Lidster stays with a man. Driver can't play it. Otto looking for it. Podine keeping it alive along the boards. Good play by Sean Podine. And he's checked by Driver. Over comes Peter Svoboda. Svoboda with Gretzky on him. Gretzky tugging at him. Svoboda trying to get out in front. Couldn't. Rangers take over. Gretzky with it. Gretzky holds, waits for a trailer. He finds it. It's Flatley. Score! Pat Flatley's second of the game. 4-1 Rangers.
And point number 96 for Wayne Gretzky. A nice little curl, Gretzky style. The late man is Flatley, and he used the screen, and Hextall's beaten over his shoulders. He didn't see it till it was gone by. Watch Gretzky curl. 3 Flyers back, 2 Rangers. Here comes Flatley as the Flyers have been changing, and he just snaps the puck, and Hextall's not even close. He's down, thinking low shot. It went high.
Did it go off the defenseman?
I don't know, Sam. I know the Flyers were changing, so Flatley was left wide open. Gretzky hits him beautifully. Does it hit Svoboda? No. No, it just was a screen that Ronnie Hextall never caught up to. Flatley's got a very deceptive, quick. It's a slow release, but it's a quick shot. And the Rangers lead 4-1.
Coming into play tonight, the Rangers have scored 2 goals or fewer in 11 of their last 13 road games. They've scored 4 goals tonight and lead 4-1. Eastwood moves it to Bookeboom, so the Rangers responding. Take some of the life out of the crowd, quiet everything down, and take some of the life out of the Flyers, who have just scored on the power play.
This is a lunch pail game by the Rangers, and the players who aren't noted as scorers scoring goals. And that's a very gratifying feeling for the Rangers Hockey Club.
Langdon works it loose, saved by Hextall, score! Hextall had it. The Rangers found a way to put it in. Darren Langdon
on the rebound. He kept his balance long enough to find the rebound and put it behind Ronnie Hextall. Garth Snow is still on the bench. He's not leaving the Flyers bench. Terry Murray trying to think this thing through as this team's down 5-1. Now with 5-1, one team can get nasty. We'll see what happens.
Do you believe this? Langdon, Vandenbush, and Flatley with 2.
Lunch pail game. Look at the forechecking by Eastwood and Langdon. 1 shot, and he got his own rebound as Hextall does not seem to be keeping his balance. Now look at Eastwood work behind there on Desjardins. And Daniels lost lost Langdon, who kept his own balance and got his own rebound. Daniels lost his man completely, and you see Hextall tilting again. I mean, it looks like it's being reviewed, by the way, as we're not seeing a face-off. Langdon was there. Was he hit? Was he in the crease? That's a good question. I guess we'll have to take a look ourselves and see what the call is from upstairs. It was 4-1 and now 5-1 unless Langdon is called for in the crease.
Scoring recap, Brindamore with his 25th, a power play goal from Terrien and Zubras at 12:30. 45 seconds later, Flatley with his 10th, second of the game from Gretzky and Sundstrom at 13:15.
And this goal does count.
Yes.
You see Langdon on the puck, the shot, and he finds the rebound. He's out of the crease. I don't know if the puck ever vacated anyway after the first shot. So Langdon scores his third unassisted. And the Rangers have the 5-1 lead, and it's pretty quiet here now.
What an effort. Rangers get 2 goals in a span of 46 seconds. Flatley at 13:15, Langdon at 14:01. Langdon's third of the season. 5-1 Rangers. LeClaire sends it in with 5:35 to go. It's a 4-goal lead. Big hit, LeClaire on Samuelson.
That was a good hit, too. That was a clean hit. Samuelson had to play the puck, and LeClaire nailed him.
There's LeClaire. Trying to put some life into the Flyers. Platt to Zubras. Zubras to Klatt. Shot it wide. Sherla on Zubras. The puck out of the zone. Ninema goes back to get it.
A good hit on Samuelson. He did not retaliate. He's now changing, and he's all right.
Here's a crossball shot. Saved by Richter. The rebound on the goal line did not go in. Another shot. That one is in.
A whistle
is stopped.
And
there's a penalty call.
There's a holding penalty, and I don't know who it's against. You wonder if it's against the Flyers or Rangers. The Rangers tried to clear the puck. I think it's going to go against Doug Lidster. I think it's against the Rangers. I may be wrong. Maybe it's against the Flyers. However, the whistle had sounded before the puck was even shot. And that means it was a long way from going over the goal line.
Holding call.
Doug Lidster
on Lidster.
Slowly, yeah, I think he's skating. He was on the near side of the net when the Flyers were trying to score. They were very close to scoring.
Listen.
Yeah, it's been a long time before in hockey terms, before the shot was taken, the whistle sounded. There's Lidster's foul. He's going to get a penalty. The whistle sounds right now. And the puck was put in. I wonder why. Did the Rangers have control of the puck for the delayed penalty to be called?
I don't think so, John.
No, I don't either. And the Rangers have to have control of the puck for the whistle to sound for them to be given a penalty. If not, it remains a delayed penalty. Good save there, and the Flyers crashed the net. The penalty is happening. No, Driver just waved at the puck and barely touched it. Rangers got a break.
Maybe he felt the Driver had indeed moved the puck.
He moved the puck, but I don't know if he had control of it now. I think the Rangers got a break. However, the Flyers will have a power play. They do have one power play goal.
Lidster for holding at 15:03. Third power play for the Flyers. They're 1 for 2. Rangers with a 5-1 lead on the scoreboard. Washington is leading Montreal 3-1 in the second period. Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay are tied 2-2 in the second. And John, I was incorrect. Montreal has not clinched a playoff spot. They have 76 points with 2 games remaining. Hartford 73, Ottawa 73. So Montreal could be passed by a couple of teams.
Oh, baby.
Tampa Bay could get 76 points also.
They could get 3
if
wins.
They won all 3 of their games.
And Washington needs to win all 3. Ottawa with a big win last night over Hartford 5-4. A wild game up there.
I think if Montreal wins, that would clinch a playoff spot for them. Power play Philadelphia. Rangers with a 5-1 lead. Ninema gave it away to Eastwood.
And he had Berg. Berg wasn't quite, I don't think Berg was expecting the pass, but these 2 guys, Berg and Eastwood, have been fabulous.
LeClaire moves in on Leach. Tapped away by Eastwood. Cross ball. Now Platt behind the net. LeClaire moves it up the boards to Coffey. In the corner, Trent Platt finds it. Back to Paul Coffey. Kept it in. In the slot crossball, now Platt trying to pass again. It was smothered by Bukaboom. Coffey, long shot, save Richter, he's got it.
Yeah, Coffey's got such a great shot for a short windup. It's a Bobby Orr type shot. Platt, he's not even thinking of shooting.
No.
He wants to feed LeClaire all the time. Bukaboom read it, and then Coffey got the shot, and again, Coffey's shot is so good with a short windup. Look at him back at the blue line. Does the pass to Klatt. Here he tries to feed Leclerc. Boom was there. Now watch Coffey's shot. Little short backswing. Almost to his waist. That's about it. And that almost beat Richter. He got it the last split second to make a good save. Bobby Orr, when we used to play against him, he took this little 2 or 3 foot backswing before he shot the puck, and it was like a rocket coming off of there. And for a goaltender, it was really hard to get ready for it.
Out of the corner, Brindamore in front. Saved by Richter. Sundstrom's got the puck, controls, and sends it all the way down.
Penalty killers in the last half of this second period have been tested by the Rangers.
Here comes Brindamore moving in. Karpovtsev was upended.
And he's reaching up and touching his face.
Leclerc was with him.
Karpovtsev has lost his right glove.
Back behind the net. No icing. Karpovtsev takes it. Hooked by Brindamore. Is able to get it to Graves. Graves moves it to Sundstrom. And Sundstrom holds on and then dumps it deep. 18 seconds to go. And the penalty to Doug Lidster. 5-1, Rangers leading it with 3:10 to go in the second. Leach clears all the way down.
Karpovtsev's hurting. It's his right hand that's hurting, I think, Sam. That's 2 players that have hand injuries, I think, for the Rangers. Tikkanen has not returned. And that makes you wonder about Tikkanen. If it's a hand injury and not returning, makes you think about something that could be serious.
Therrien back 4, teams back at full strength. Flyers 1 for 3 on the power play. Chris Therrien moves across. Goes wide on Flatley. Takes it all the way in. The pass intercepted by Courtnall. Good play in front by Russ Courtnall. Here's Crossball. Crossball looking. Pass off the skate of Leach. Gretzky moves it up the boards. Stopped by Zubras. Deep for Crossball. Now it's Yanni Niinimaa along the boards. Checked by Flatley. And Flatley able to move it to the line. Kept in by Zubras. Crossball along the board. Zubras missed it. Niinimaa fires into the corner.
You only get so many chances to get the puck over your blue line. There's another opportunity. Finally, Flatley makes sure as he puts it on goal, and derisive cheering to Ronnie Hextall.
Svoboda makes his way in. Classic cross off the stick of John Druce. He has it back, then it's knocked away by Leach. Under 2 minutes to go in the second period. Leach took a hit.
Karpovtsev still being tended to at the Ranger bench, his right arm.
Gretzky was knocked down by Petit. There's a lead for Joel Otto. Now Sean Podine against Driver. In front, Otto checked by Lidster.
Lidster and Driver have had a good one here.
Here comes John Druce on Driver. Knocked him down. Driver wrapped up with Podine. Penalty upcoming. Who's it against?
The Rangers are going to get themselves another one for holding as the Flyers are putting pressure down low. Rangers will be shorthanded again.
Goalie Campbell has to send his penalty killers out, and he's missing Alexander Karpovtsev.
Karpovtsev there got clipped. And, ooh, there he had his arm out. You know, that little play like that where you put your arm out and somebody skates into the back of it, it may hyperextend the elbow. And, of course, that's guessing. And here he is on the bench talking to Jim Ramsey. He's played tough this year, but you see he's feeling the inside of his elbow. He may have hyperextended the elbow a little bit or just had it like a knee joint. You know, that your elbow joint swings a little bit. Ooh, he's telling us right there. Anyway, he's gone to the Rangers locker room, and the Rangers short now 2 players.
Penalty to Doug Lidster for interference at 18:32. Fourth Flyers power play. Shot by Niinimaa. Score! Nice. It was a pass to Trent Platt. And the Flyers get their second power play goal. It's now 5-2.
That's a nice goal. That's a real nice play. But again, it's a clean loss on the face-off circle. The Flyers gain the puck. They move it around nicely. And Platt's down on the goal line, and watch him take the pass and just sweeps it. Right in behind Mike Richter, who had absolutely no chance on the play. That's a nice power play goal and a brilliant read by Niinimaa. There's Klatt down low on the goal line. His stick is down as a target. That is a nice power play goal, a beautiful goal. And the Flyers get one back with 1:18 to go in the second period. The Rangers without Tikkanen, without Karpovtsev, getting thin as time late in the second period.
They could wind up hanging on in the third period.
Yeah.
Trent Platt, only his second goal in the last 15 games, but he has a career-high 22. I don't know if he collected on that radio thing, John.
I heard he did. Yeah, we talked about that earlier, about the fact that Platt, when he came to the Rangers, some radio announcer here was calling
the Flyers.
or pardon me, the Flyers. A radio announcer was saying it was a bad trade. He'd never do this, never do that. And the caller called him up and said, bet him. that he'd get 20. And the bet ended up being groceries for the caller's family for a year, a family of 4. Well, he got 20, and you broadcasted the game in Boston when he hit 20.
That's right.
And
He had a hat trick.
I heard he was going to collect.
Platt, his 22nd from Nienema and Prospal at 18:42. Icing whistled on the Flyers. 1:08 to go, second period. It's a 5-2 game. Remember, when you're having good times with good friends, drink responsibly, because friends know when to say when. Reminder from your friends at Budweiser. 19,747 here at the Core State Center for this game between the Rangers and the Flyers. Perhaps a playoff preview.
Who does Florida have left?
One game with Pittsburgh tomorrow night.
Yeah, right. Now, if the Rangers win this one, if they do it, it's a long way away. They're leading 5-2 late in the second.
Rangers would have 86.
And 1 point behind, right?
Right.
Which would force Florida into a very important game tomorrow night.
That's correct.
It's wild. It's wild with what's going on every night.
And Florida would have to win, because
the
if they
Rangers have
didn't,
more
and the
wins.
Rangers and Florida tied in points, Rangers have more wins.
But who do you pull for? Do you pull for Pittsburgh or Florida? But that depends on what happens tonight.
Pittsburgh's 2-2 in Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay will be in New York, and they'll be playing for their playoff
Maybe a pull for a tie. I don't know. Who knows?
Like you said, John, talk to me Sunday night. I'll know it all then. Less than a minute to go in the second period. Shot by Podine goes wide. Here's Therrien. He puts it in front. Tipped wide. Penalty coming up on Brian Leetch.
Yeah, he knocked down Podine in front as the puck went through. And the Flyers will have another power play. This whole second half of this second period, it's just been all Flyers power play work. That's it, nothing else. And all they're doing is going to the net with a puck. Going to the net with a puck. Brian Leetch is called, I would think, for a cross-check. You'll see that battle over there along the boards. It's Leetch and Podine who is holding up Leetch. Leetch there on Podine. Podine got away with a cross-check there. Now watch Leetch in a moment. You'll see in front. Leetch will cross-check him right. It wasn't even a cross-check. It was a shove. There's Bill McCurry missing one and calling the other. It's pretty evident on the replay. Anyway, Leetch is in the box.
And the Flyers are coming on. 37 seconds to go in the second period. They get their 5th power play of this period.
Oh, yeah, of the second half of the period, isn't it?
Leetch for cross-checking at 19:23. Bob Storr's intermission report coming up. Mike Crispino will be talking with Darren Langdon, the goal scorer tonight, and the man voted the Players Award. Players Player Award.
Yeah, very deserving. Very deserving.
And then Ron Burke with an update. And JD and I will look at second period highlights.
Good win there by
Clear.
Sorry, Sam. A good win by Adam Graves on the draw. With 25 seconds to go here in this second period.
Graves, Sundstrom, Bookeboom, and Samuelson for the Rangers. Leclaire, Prospal, and Platt. Nienema and Coffey for the Flyers. Good play by Sundstrom. Here comes Graves. Surrounded by Flyers, he maintains control.
The Rangers in a shooting chance. I think all you want to do is shoot the puck, because Hextall's had a very, very rough 2 periods of play. Great job.
Great effort by Adam Graves.
Sundstrom and Graves.
3 Flyers around him.
Graves won the face-off. Bookeboom got the puck out of the zone, and it was all Graves and Sundstrom the rest of the way.
Nienema and Sundstrom went face-to-face. Nienema with a little shove.
Shots ended up being 9-9 in the second period. 2018 overall by Philadelphia. But the Rangers have been tested and pushed and shoved since they've had to kill penalties all throughout the second half of the second period.
But the Rangers head for the locker room with a 5-2 lead on the Flyers. We'll be right back.
Back at the Coors State Center for our Bob Storrs intermission report. Mike Crispino, Darren Langdon. And look at Darren Langdon's goal, his 3rd of the year. The Rangers scored 2 in 24 seconds, battling behind the net, then shoving it past Ron Hextall. It was a key goal after Flatley and Gretzky combined to make it 4-1, and Darren joins us. Interesting game. A lot of people thought it'd be kind of boring. You know, Lindros is out, Messier's out, but not much fighting. You guys are doing it just with hard work.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty physical game, but, you know, what Lindros said, we got to take advantage of it. And it's a big win for us and also a big game for, not a win, but, you know, we got to keep working at it and get the win. So it's a big key win, and we got to go out in the 3rd period and shore up the win.
And you want to stay, of course, away from the penalty box, I would think.
Yeah, I think we took 5 or 6 in a row there, but that's it. It's a pretty physical game, and he's calmed them with all penalties. But we got to keep at it and keep our head into it and make sure we don't take so many this period.
The players voted you the players' player. That was kind of a surprise to you, I understand?
Yeah, I don't know what. The guys, I guess, every year we vote for the players' player, which is, I guess, players vote on the best team player, I guess. So it's quite an honor with the guys on our team, the Messiers, the Gretzkys, the Leaches, the Grays, and the Richters. So it's quite an honor, and I'll cherish that the rest of my life.
All right, add Darren Langdon to the list of players of the New York Rangers. Thanks for you joining us. We'll be back with more on S+ after these words.
Welcome to the S+ studio in Manhattan. I'm Ron Burke with this sports update. Let's get you up to speed now on the National Hockey League scores, beginning with Pittsburgh and Tampa. The Rangers need a Pens loss, but Pittsburgh's taken a 3-2 lead. They're tied with the Rangers for 5th place in the East. Buffalo looks like it will clinch the Northeast Division title with a win at Boston. Montreal needs a win to clinch a playoff berth, but the Canadiens having problems now, trailing Washington in the 3rd, and Toronto and St. Louis are scoreless in the 2nd. To the NBA, the Knicks and Bulls are going at it at the Garden. Scottie Pippen had 18 points in the first quarter, but none in the second. Bulls led by 2 after 1. Ewing on the perimeter looking like the point guard. Finds Houston, who led the Knicks with 12 in the first half. Right now, Knicks holding an 8-point lead in the fourth quarter. It is 79-71 on the Michael Jordan, by the way, 4 of 15 from the floor. Scottie Pippen with 31 points for Chicago. Elsewhere, the Nets are leading Milwaukee barely in the fourth at the Meadowlands. Right now, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll have an update on today's business news. Welcome back. Now let's get an update on today's business news with Consuelo Mack. Consuelo?
Thanks, Ron. General Electric lights up its first quarter. Profits rose 11% compared to a year ago, and revenues surged 18% to a record. Despite the news, GE, a Dow component, finished off a fraction to 101.5. The Dow was also down on the day. The blue chips finished over 23 points lower. Tech stocks were weaker. The Nasdaq lost nearly 14 points, but the 30-year Treasury bond held steady. If tomorrow's retail sales and wholesale inflation reports are strong, watch out. Ron?
All right, thanks. John Houston, a one-shot lead after a round at the Masters. He is 5 under par. Tiger Woods 3 strokes back. That's it for now. From the S+ studio, I'm Ron Burke.
Sam Rosen, John Davidson, Mike Crispino at Core State Center in Philadelphia on the Bob Stores Intermission Report. Rangers were up 2-0 and on the power play.
Adam Graves got hit high in the chest. He turns around. There's the puck. One hand on his stick. He scores his 28th. He's had 6 shots on goal through 2 periods. And the Rangers led 3-0.
Flyers score on a power play.
Brendamore sneaks in from behind the net. A little deflection of the Therrien slap shot from the blue line. And all of a sudden it's 3-1. The Rangers quickly come back, though. There you see Flatley fed by Gretzky. He beats the goaltender Hextall right over top of the shoulder. 4-1 Rangers.
Here's a heck of a play by Langdon.
And along with Eastwood, who took his man, Langdon found his own rebound on the backhand shot. He gets his 3rd unassisted. Flyers then again on the power play. This will be a goal that's disallowed. The referee blew the whistle saying there's going to be a power play to the Flyers. And this is the power play. Great pass across by Nienema to Klatt, who scores his 22nd. That's how the period ended. 5-2 Rangers.
And Flyers on the power play to start the 3rd period. Back in Philadelphia, Rangers leading the Flyers 5-2. If you missed it earlier this morning, we had Zamboni Gate. There's the Zamboni here at the Core State Center with a Rangers logo on it.
Somebody said something.
I don't know. This morning, that Zamboni was blocking the Rangers' entrance to the rink. They arrived at the rink hoping to get on the ice at 11:30. Flyers people said, no, you can only get on at noon. That upset the Rangers. It upset Neil Smith. It upset Coley Campbell, but the coach tried to take it all in stride.
Zamboni Gate. It was tough getting on the ice with those Zambonis lined up in front of our bench. You know, we didn't know what to do, and they finally moved them, and we got around the subject. But another frivolous, trivial attempt by the Flyers to frustrate us.
Glenn Healy had some laughs with it.
I heard that he was going to throw his body in front of one of the Zambonis and just dedicate himself to to the incident.
Take one for the team.
They parked one Zamboni near the Gulf Street, and it sat there for so long that the rubber tires went into the ice surface a little bit, and the Rangers were yelling to get the ice surface repaired so when they finally did practice, they could practice. Listen, the Rangers handled the whole situation. They didn't get crazy with it at all.
Change in goal for the Philadelphia Flyers. Garth Snow is in, replacing Ron Hextall, who gave up 5 goals in the first 2 periods. Garth Snow, who's been out with a groin injury. It makes his first appearance since the 15th of March, John, when he replaced Ron Hextall in that game in a 7-5 loss to Buffalo. And Ron Hextall had started 8 in a row. And now Garth Snow back in.
Snow hadn't played in 7 in a row going into this one. Tikkanen was injured during that period. Here he moves in with the body check. Oh, his right hand just goes right over into the glass. I think that's probably what happened there. His right hand got jammed into the glass and it rolled right over. And now he comes off and you can see that he was hunched over a little bit. Yeah, his right hand's dragging. That's what happened. That's a great replay showing what happened. Now Karpovtsov, as he turns, watch right there. Hyperextension of the elbow. He will not be back. We've been told Tikkanen may be back. But it looks like a lot of space on the Rangers bench right now.
Rangers shorthanded as we start the 3rd period. Flyers on their 5th power play of the game. They're 2 for 4. Prospal takes the pass from Coffey. Prospal with Platt, Leclaire, Ninnema, and Coffey. Good clear by Driver, who broke his stick on the clear and gets another one from the bench. Brian Leetch is in the penalty box.
The Rangers are down 2 defensemen, Sam. And they're missing a couple of guys. We know Karpovtsov is gone. Bukaboom, Lidster, Leetch. Driver missing.
Where's Samuelson? Samuelson there, John? And an offside whistle against the Flyers.
I don't see Samuelson, Sam. The Rangers down 3 players. They've got 4 defensemen, and Leetch is in the penalty box. So, you know, the Flyers, their eye in the sky will be feeding off of that, telling the Flyers bench. Rangers are down 3 players. Karpovtsov, Samuelson, and Tikkanen. I don't know what happened to Samuelson. And, you know, the Flyers will throw the puck deep, and they'll try to forecheck, grind, hit, wear down the 2 pair of defensemen the Rangers have left. Now, the one thing to remember is these 2 pairs are used to playing together because Samuelson and Karpovtsov both play together. They're a pair. So one of the pair gone, plus Tikkanen has not returned.
And Leetch in the penalty box for another 48 seconds.
All the Flyers are back on their bench for this 3rd period.
We'll try to get word from the Ranger locker room on Ulf Samuelson. Brind'Amour, Zubris, and Falloon on for Philadelphia. Ninnema drives it around the boards. Driver finds it. Stopped by Desjardins. Works it ahead to Brind'Amour. Across for Ninnema. It's intercepted by Sundstrom. Leads Eastwood. Back for Sundstrom. And it's taken by Falloon. He gave it up.
Sprained right wrist for Tikkanen. He will not return. Okay. Samuelson, we're not sure about.
There's Driver. All the way down it goes. 5-2. Rangers leading it. Just underway 3rd period. Flyers have 10 seconds to go on the power play. Václav Prospal across to Brind'Amour. Couldn't handle it, and Graves clears all the way down. Final seconds of Leetch's penalty. He's out of the box. Teams are at full strength. Flyers 2 for 5 on the power play. Joel Otto deep in the Rangers zone.
3 defensemen on the ice right now as Leetch stayed on. There's 3 of them out there. So Leetch has to play forward. Now Lidster's moved to the right wing position.
Lidster has the puck.
And Leetch goes to the bench for a change.
And Graves drives it wide of the net. Chris Therien with the puck.
Sorry, Sam. Leetch stayed on. Lidster went off, and the Rangers are back to a normal combination.
Gretzky, Sundstrom, and Flatley on, as Flatley has taken Tikkanen's spot on this line. Joel Otto has the puck. Battle along the boards. Flatley, who has 2 goals in the game. Wayne Gretzky with the puck. Gretzky with a good rush. Sundstrom's got it. Toward the net. Saved by Snow. Flatley's shot was blocked by Petit. And the Flyers come the other way. Peter Svoboda. Slowed down by Driver. Taken out by Driver. Drews puts it in front. Save made. Ulf Samuelsson has now made his way to the Rangers bench. That's the good news. Sundstrom along the boards. Takes a hit from Petit. Lidster plays the puck. It's intercepted by LeClaire. Able to clear the zone. Rangers with a 5-2 lead. Will play on home ice tomorrow night against the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Flyers have 2 games remaining after tonight. In Montreal Saturday night and home against the New Jersey Devils on Sunday night in the game that could decide first place in the Eastern Conference. Russ Courtnall sends it in. Devils with a 2-point lead on the Flyers. Devils have 2 games remaining. And the Flyers with 2 after tonight. Lacroix sends it into the Rangers zone. LeClaire gets to it, but he's taken out by Bukaboom. Courtnall moves it to David Oliver. All the way across, here comes Eastwood. Back to Leach. Leach for Courtnall goes all the way through. And taken out by Eric Desjardins. Lidster is there. Desjardins looks and shoots wide. Around the boards, Lacroix keeps it in for the Flyers. Courtnall back to play it. Up ahead to Oliver. Trying to clear Kent. Good play by Falloon. Lidster's got it. Falloon presses him. Turnover to Brind'Amour. Falloon puts it in front. Ninema shot blocked. Beautiful play by Courtnall. Went down to block the shot. And a big play. A little over 4 minutes gone by. Third period. Coffey for Ninema. Taken away by Berg. Open man was Graves. Just couldn't get it to him. It went past him.
That's just another good read by Berg. The pass through the neutral zone, and Berg picked up his man. He could not receive the pass because he was right on him.
Rangers' 3rd and 4th line players have been exceptional in the game. Václav Prospal, save made by Richter off the glove. Prospal checked by Samuelsson. Coffey with a shot blocked by Graves. Churla back for the puck. Churla fires out in the zone. No icing, and Svoboda's got the puck.
The Rangers need to change a little quicker there. That was a slow change for them. If Churla was icing, there's a good hit on Petit by Churla.
Gretzky to the puck, forced back by Svoboda. Pass blocked by Svoboda. Joel Otto moves it. In comes Podine with a shot. Saved by Richter off the stick. Bounces into the corner. John Drews checked there by Flatley. Rangers moving, come out with it. Sundstrom avoids Petit. Svoboda against Flatley. Flatley kicks it in front. His stick was being held. A giveaway. Sundstrom knocked down by Petit.
That was Gretzky with that pick up the stick play. Man, he's good at that. He sneaks in, lifts the stick up, and steals the puck. He's done it all season long. John LeClaire had lost his stick. The Rangers were trying to force the play. Now watch LeClaire come across right in here and pick the man off without a stick. It worked. Flyers able to move up ice. Wayne Gretzky, watch him steal the puck here. Just lift the stick up. Look at that. Isn't that something?
Oh, man.
He's so quick with his hands. And he must be strong with his hands. Watch him lift the stick up here. Watch. Little stick lift. Boom, right in front, and all of a sudden a scoring chance for the Rangers.
And in one motion, he not only picks the stick up, but he passes the puck.
And he's very, very good at that. I think the reason is he can turn so quickly and get back into the play. The man with the puck thinks, oh, I made a play. He's gone. He's way behind me. Gretzky can turn within such a small little space, but he's right there to make the play.
Mike Eastwood with the puck. Rangers with a 5-2 lead. 14-10 to go, third period.
You want to get the puck deep against Philadelphia when you have yourself a 3-goal lead. 14 minutes to go. No dilly-dallying.
That's right. LeClaire deflected up into the air. I knew you would find a place to use that term.
Dilly-dally. Oh, baby. See there, you get the puck deep. Snow has yet to have a quality shot on him. Just to replay Textall at the beginning of this third period.
Crossball stopped by Churla. LeClaire checked by Samuelsson.
Rangers want Samuelsson out there as much as possible with LeClaire.
Good block by Lacroix, but Lidster able to clear the zone. Rangers have done a good job on John LeClaire. Ninema back for the puck. Blocked by Churla.
And remember, too, Garth Snow can get pretty aggressive in goal. He likes to throw the body around.
Berg with a hit on Daniels. Daniels moves it to Ninema. In comes Churla with a hit on Ninema. Churla finishing every check he throws. Kordic. Now Lacroix hooked by Churla from behind. was able to fight it off and send it in. Richter swings it around for Berg. Flyers are out shooting the Rangers 22-19. Rangers lead 5-2, offside Philadelphia. 12:54 to go in the third, and a 3-goal Ranger lead. Well, the other night at the Sporting Club on Hudson Street in Manhattan was Rod Gilbert Legends Night to raise funds for the Stanley M. Isaacs Roller Rink on 96th Street. The rink to be named after the late Paul McDermott. And there was Rod on hand with a lot of his friends, including you and me, big boy. A little chat going on. Rod doing all the talking as usual. We do some good listening. And I'm explaining to you what's going on. And look at this. John takes out his yellow sheet. He never goes anywhere without it. Puts the notes down.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What did it cost you when your wife got her car towed?
She's a working woman now.
Did you happen to have a flat tire going to practice the other day or anything like that? Have you had a good week? Then I heard you tried to make it for an 11 o'clock practice. You're driving 95 miles an hour, talked your way out of a ticket, and the practice was at noon. Is that true?
How did this get on me?
Oh, baby.
Oh, you're letting all the secrets out now. See, but we have the video, John. See, you can just tell all these stories, and they're just stories. But we have the video on you. Sundstrom for Gretzky. He's tied up in front. Falloon able to work it to John LeClair. 11:50 to go in the third. 5-2 Rangers. LeClair stopped by Lidster. LeClair now has room and lost control. Backhander save made by Richter on Falloon. It's cleared.
Rangers changing quickly. Lidster and Leach jump off the ice. Quick change. You know, Bukaboom is staying on the bench for a moment. Rest a little bit longer. Why leave the bench until you have to? Actually, Samuelson is. I apologize. Lidster looks like he's either hurting or is exhausted. One or the other over at the Ranger bench. His head is right on the boards itself.
Yeah.
Oh, skate being repaired in behind there. Mike Folga getting the job done. The Rangers really trying to be smart. Change quickly. 11:38 to go. Richter made a nice save again on a turnaround shot. Crossball on the ice here. That's number 45. You were talking about him leading the American League for a long score. He's got a good shot. He had a good wrist shot here in the third period. And Richter stopped.
Very high on him. He's really come on this year. His third year as a pro. Bill Barber is given a lot of credit for pushing him hard and getting him to improve as a player. Coffey, long pass for Falloon, goes by him. Richter out to play the puck. Richter is tied for fourth in the NHL in wins with 32. He's had a superb season.
What about Shell Samuelson?
Talked to Shell this morning. He skated very hard in practice, and he is hopeful that he could be back in 3 weeks. Still waiting for the nerve to fire, John, in the left arm.
So in other words, there's still no strength. Yeah, he had neck surgery, and it's affected the nerve regarding his left arm.
But he's done a lot of weight work, and he feels it's going to fire soon. He's very optimistic.
Oh, they need him. He's very, very good in his own zone deep, and if he can get back, the Flyers will be a whole lot better.
Good hit along the boards by Svoboda on Churla, and he spun Churla around and got a penalty.
Churla took a dive, too. He helped it out. That's a reaction penalty. Svoboda will get called. Churla's legs, I mean, his heels went right up to his butt, but he was smart. He did get twisted around. He drew a penalty. Shane Churla, 2 games in a row now, has played very well. Svoboda was about to hit Churla, and Churla threw his shoulder into Svoboda. You'll see it right here. Boom! Churla ends up throwing the hit, even though it was Svoboda who wanted to. Now watch the legs of Churla. Well, you can't see it really well. You'll see his 360 here. Watch his legs. Churla's legs. He's twisted around. It is holding, and then the last portion of the 360, the helicopter, Churla was responsible for. He braced himself for the hit, became the hitter, and then drew a power play. Good, smart shift again for Shane Churla.
Svoboda for holding at 9:41. Rangers' third power play. They're 1 for 2. Rangers leading 5-2 with 10:19 to go in the third period. And it has been a night of contributions from players like Shane Churla, Mike Eastwood, Darren Langdon, Pat Flatley, Bill Berg. Rangers' third and fourth line players have really been good.
The lunch pail guys have had a very strong game. Gretzky, by the way, 96 points now, and the Rangers on the power play.
Driver shoots, saved by Snow. Therrien tried to move it. Gretzky again went off his stick, and he was checked by Desjardins. Gretzky, Graves, and Sundstrom on with Bukaboom and Leach for the power play. Fired out by Therrien. Therrien and Desjardins head off along with Otto and Codine. On Kamdinaba, Petit, Platt, and Coffey. Coffey playing as a forward here on the penalty killing unit. Platt has 5 shorthanded goals for Philadelphia. Sundstrom to Leach. Now Sundstrom. Leach for Graves. Tees it up. Off the glove. I believe Snow got a piece of it. Ninema, check from behind, coughed it up. Graves, Gretzky, takes it around the net, puts it in front, saved by Snow, the rebound hit the bar. Shot by Gretzky, knocked down. Chance for Sundstrom, score!
99 will get a point.
A power play goal for Nicklas Sundstrom, and the Rangers take a 6-2 lead.
Well, the puck almost went in about 4 different times. I think Adam Graves did hit the goal post. And Gretzky did a lot more of the setups again. Finally, the assist will go to him. Sundstrom will get the power play goal. See the Rangers keeping the puck, keeping moving, catching the Flyers moving. There's a shot that Snow got a piece of, and it's puck recovery. Puck recovery. Rangers get it back. Gretzky and Graves. Gretzky loses the puck and goes around. Look at Graves in front. There's the goal post. Rangers again. Recover, recover, recover. And here's the shot that beat Snow, who had trouble getting back up again. And the Rangers have a 6-2 lead, and people leaving the building.
Great effort on the power play by Gretzky, Graves, and Sundstrom.
Yeah, they really were going. I mean, they were really going. Puck recovery, and Snow got himself into trouble as he's down. Never did recover. 6-2 Rangers.
Sundstrom, his 24th from Gretzky and Graves at 11:01. Wayne Gretzky now has 97 points. Shot by Leclerc, hit the outside of the net. 24 goals for Nicklas Sundstrom.
It'll be interesting tomorrow night, won't it? On home ice with Tampa Bay. Gretzky trying to hit that 100 mark. I'd love to see him make it.
Tampa Bay has tied Pittsburgh 3-3 in the third. Eastwood trying to move it, taken by Trent Platt, across in front for Dinah Zubras. Couldn't get a shot off. Kortnoff clears it.
Zubras didn't want to use the backhand there. He was in shooting position. And sometimes a goaltender will tell you a backhander at times is harder to stop than the forehand. Harder to track it right away.
8:11 to go in the third. Nicklas Sundstrom getting the power play goal at 11:01 to give the Rangers the 6-2 lead.
Another look at it from inside the goal net. You'll see the goaltender, Snow, really trying to scramble, find a way to stop the puck. He's swimming around. He's giving it his best shot here. By the time he gets up, though, you'll see the backhand shot from Sundstrom go right over his right shoulder. And the Rangers had scored to make it 6-2. How much did it cost you for that toe job?
It didn't cost me anything.
Yeah.
Not at all.
You made your wife pay for it?
Save made. Hey, she's a working woman.
Oh, you.
Oh, baby. Graves brings it out. And while I have a moment, I want to thank Luke Robitaille for an appearance at CES. That's Community Elementary School 170 in the Bronx. Appearing to talk to the kids today.
Oh, good.
And really helping them out with his time and presence.
Good for Luke. And the other thing, too, we were at the Gilbert Legends night the other night. A lot of the ex-Ranger players showed up. Joe Villamere and Peter Stankowski, Andre Dory. Bobby Nystrom was there from the Islanders.
Art Shamsky,
former Met. But they are going to build a rollerblade arena.
Score! Big shot by Vinny Crossball. Beats Mike Richter. There's that shot you were talking about.
That went off the goalpost. There's still 7:22 to go in the third period in a 6-3 game. That's a great shot. Low, fairly low, off the goalpost. A big booming slap shot. You don't see many of these beat goaltenders anymore. Coffey will get the primary assist. There's Crossball, top of the circle. Great shot. Yeah, that was a great shot. About 2.5 feet off the ice. Crossball looked before he took the shot. It may have been redirected a little bit, but certainly went in off the goalpost, and all of a sudden it's 6-3.
First even strength goal of the game for the Flyers. Václav Prospal with his 4th NHL goal. And it's a 6-3 game with 7:10 to go in the third period. Rod Brind'Amour. Coffey gets an assist. 12:38 the time. Crossball's fourth of the season. Niedema lost it to Flatley. Flatley with 2 goals in the game. Samuelson tees it up. Fires it into the corner. Ryan Vandenbush with his first NHL goal. Pat Flatley with 2 goals. Darren Langdon has 1. Nicholas Sundstrom and Adam Graves, the Ranger goal scorers. Flatley was tripped up by Brind'Amour. Driver shoots, saved by Snow. Had trouble with a hard shot. Sundstrom all over Brind'Amour. Niedema moves the puck. Now Driver again. His shot deflects high over the glass into the crowd.
Yeah, it's a good shift for the Rangers after giving up the goal to make it 6-3 in favor of the Rangers. Instead of the Flyers coming back, generating all kinds of energy and getting offense, they were pressured. And actually, Snow had to make a good save off of Bruce Driver. So a good shift for the Rangers. I think Gretzky's now third, tied for third with Correa in the NHL scoring list. Lemieux and Solani. Lemieux may have points tonight. It's a 3-3 game in Tampa Bay.
The 2 assists give him 72. He came into play tonight ahead of Mario Lemieux by 1 in assists in the league.
You know, everybody's talked about Correa and the brilliant year he's had, and he has. Well, Gretzky's right there. A few more games played, but still. With all due respect, I mean, that's a good year.
Gretzky's had a real good year. Paul Correa's had a superb season, helping lead the Anaheim Mighty Ducks into the playoffs for the first time in their history and their first winning record in their history. Bookeboom pinching in, kicks it deep. 6:10 to go in the third period. Rangers with a 6-3 lead. Tomorrow night's season finale on MSG. Intercepted by Terrien, who falls down. And another interception. This one by Russ Courtnall. Brings it back. Controls and shoots high. Snow made the save. Desjardins with the puck. And Leach fires it back deep into the Flyer zone. Whistle was an offside. Rangers still in the zone. 5:45 to go. John, why don't you finish the story about the roller rink on 96?
Yeah. The funds are going to be publicly raised to help build the rollerblade arena for a lot of kids. And it's all going to be at 96th Street and First Avenue there, right?
Yes.
And it was a wonderful evening over at the Sporting Club, a nice place, and everybody gave. It was terrific, and I wish them all the best. The good mayor, Rudy Giuliani, his wife was there and helped out too. Good stuff.
Great job. Michel Petit with the puck. 5.5 minutes to go in the third period.
Hey, anytime you get some hockey for the kids, great stuff.
And Rod does such a great job with the kids.
Rod Gilbert,
he's magic.
He's really something.
He is magic wherever he goes. Everybody knows him. They love him. He works with the kids. He does clinics. He raises money. He's the best. 5:16 to go on the icing call to bring it back into the Ranger zone. And Shane Churla with some words as he skated in front of Scott Daniels.
Yeah, he threw a pretty good hit into Kordic, right at center ice. Did Shane Churla. 6-3, the Flyers are still alive in this thing, albeit they need 3 just for a tie in the last 5 minutes, 16 seconds. So they want to be careful with Shane Churla, and Churla would love to see them take a penalty.
This is a possible playoff preview. These two teams could meet if the Flyers got the number 3 seed and the Rangers got the number 6 seed. It's a possibility. Right now, it's still unclear because the Rangers could play any of 4 teams.
Yeah, Pittsburgh, New Jersey, Florida, and Philadelphia.
Petit back for it. The Rangers hold on to win. They'd have 86 points with 1 game left. Florida has 87 with 1 game left. Pittsburgh is tied with Tampa Bay right now. They came into play tonight with 84 points. They have 2 games remaining after tonight. They'll be in Florida tomorrow night and at Boston Sunday. Bart Snow leaves it for Peter Svoboda. And for the Flyers, they've hit a bit of a rut here, and of course they're missing some of their best players. Eric Lindros will sit out Saturday night as well. They hope to have Michael Renberg back Saturday night and Dale Hawerchuk back Saturday night. Gretzky shoots, deflected wide. Sundstrom puts it out in front, comes back to Leach. He moves it deep toward Gretzky. Odin pins Sundstrom. Now they head the other way, going at each other, hooking each other with the sticks all the way down the ice.
Sundstrom, I think, is going to go. And then Leach was pulled down by Otto. The power play Flyers with 4 minutes to go. A holding call. Holding the stick penalty against Sundstrom.
With exactly 4 minutes to go in the third period. Nicholas Sundstrom called for holding the stick at 16 minutes. 6th power play for the Flyers.
Flyers have only had 5 shots on goal in the third period. Sundstrom's back-checking there with Podine. He pulls him backwards. Podine now hooks at Sundstrom, who grabs the stick. And he's called. And there you'll see the little play by Sundstrom there. Tip pass. It hit his stick, went right across to Gretzky. Smart little play. But that was prior to the penalty.
Niinimaa moves it. Leclerc taken down by Leach. And the back pass comes out of the zone. Flyers are 2 for 5 on the power play in the game. But they've given up 2. And this season, when they give up a power play goal, the Flyers have a losing record. And they came into play tonight 14, 16, and 6 when they give up a power play goal, and the Rangers have scored 2. Here's Coffey. 3.5 minutes to go. Rangers leading 6-3. Richter out to stop it. Almost lost it. It comes out in front. Good play by Leclerc. Graves fights off the check with Crossbow. 3 Flyers around him.
Another thing, too, I like Graves when he plays center ice for the Rangers.
Do you?
Yeah, it's just it's another, it deepens the position in the plays where there's a lot of traffic involved.
Leclerc shoots wide. Samuelson able to clear all the way down. Under 3 minutes to go. Garth Snow has the puck. Jani Niinimaa pressured by Berg. Now Brind'Amour. Samuelson is there to check him. Leclerc the puck against Lidster. Here's Pat Falloon with a pass to Chris Therien. Therien turns and shoots, deflected into the corner.
The penalty upcoming.
Samuelson and Leclerc were going at it.
Samuelson's going for interference as Leclerc was pulled down to the ice. So there'll be a 32-second 5-on-3. And then the Flyers will continue with a power play if nothing else is called. Leclerc's a horse when he gets around the goal crease. No Samuelson pulled him down. So this will be the second 5-on-3 for the Flyers. The first one was only 9 seconds long in the second period.
17:28 the time of the interference call.
And on the left side is where it happens. Leclerc and Samuelson, they hook up. Samuelson is called for interference. Here's Richter trying to find some open ice, and that was power against power. Both players went down. Samuelson's in the box. So 5-on-3. The Rangers go with Leach and Bukaboom. They've only... I'm sorry, and they'll go 1 forward. It looks like Adam Graves. Yeah. Sundstrom, a primary penalty killer, is in the box for another 32 seconds.
2:32 remaining. Rangers with a 6-3 lead. Ryan Leach.
It's only 20 minutes on the season now in penalties for Sundstrom with that minor that he got late here. Rangers with a delay. The referee blew the whistle to get the play going.
I think to remember about Nicholas Sundstrom, he's only a second-year player.
No, I know.
A second-year pro, and he's had a great year.
One reason why the Swedish hockey club will be tough in the Olympics next winter.
Desjardins on the 5-on-3. Falloon. Leclerc is in front. Coffey looking at Leach. Missed by Falloon.
May have been deflected by Bukaboom.
15 seconds in the 5-on-3. Falloon pass to Coffey. Chipped it wide. Falloon whacked with a stick by Bukaboom.
Remember, Leclerc is looking for goal number 50.
Crossball. Coffey in front. Falloon lost his stick. Desjardins got it. Sundstrom is back on the ice. It's a 5-on-4. He's got to race back to get into the play. Crossball down low. Leclerc save. Rebound save. Another save. Loose puck and the whistle stops play.
Well, Mike Richter with a great job. He looks like he got down and he really played strong with his legs. If you've ever met Mike Richter, you'll see that he's got thighs on him. I don't know, Eric Heiden type thighs. And when he gets down where he has to use his legs on a play, it's hard to jam the puck through him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 swipes at the puck by John Leclerc, and he could not buy his 50th goal this season. He's got 49, and Richter did the job. Okay, watch Richter down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Leclerc slapped away at the puck, and Richter got the job done.
Keith Tkachuk leads the NHL with 51 goals. Teemu Solani of Anaheim has 50, and John Leclerc and Mario Lemieux with 49 apiece. Puck out of the zone. A minute 15 to go, and the 5-on-4 power play advantage for the Flyers. A minute 40 remaining in the game. 6-3 Rangers.
Sam, the good part about this with the Flyers finishing on a power play, or almost.
Saved by Richter. Rebound loose. Put out in front. Coffey shoots. Save. Balloon moves it. Now Prospal. Checked by Lidster. Desjardins to Prospal. Back to Desjardins. Winds up. Goes to Prospal with some room. Down low Falloon. Pass right through the crease, but nobody there.
They went off a driver, and Richter, I think, got a piece of it.
Now Prospal along the boards. Looking. Out to Coffey. Winds up. Down low. Blocked by Lidster. Prospal's got the puck. Holds. Beats Falloon. On goal. Save. Rebound. Save. Richter made 2 stops.
And on the other side, Billy Burke stayed with John LeClair. I was saying that the only thing good about the Flyers with this late power play is the fact that nothing rotten will happen on the ice, I wouldn't think. You know, some silly stuff late in the game, with this being the last meeting of the regular season with these two clubs, and there's a lot of animosities, we know. Mike Richter with some great work. Great work above on the far side near the goal net is where LeClair is. Billy Burke will collapse and stay with him right there. Stays with him, and then Richter's able to make the short side saves and hang on to the puck as the Flyers have tried to play the puck down low, tried the jam plays and wraparound plays, and Richter's been there.
Brindamore wins the faceoff. Nienema shoots. Saved by Richter. Hookeboom's got it. Bangs it off the glass all the way down. Washington leading Montreal 3-2 in the third. Tampa Bay and Pittsburgh tie 3-3 in the third. And St. Louis, which clinched a playoff spot last night, leading 3-0 over Toronto in the second. That shot bounces off the glass. Up the boards, Nienema. 5 seconds to go in the Flyers power play. 30 seconds to go in the game. Brindamore's got the puck. Nienema toward the net. Blocked in front. Leach lifts it clear. Teams are at full strength. And the Rangers are about to put this one away and win the season series from the Philadelphia Flyers.
Terry Murray puts LeClair right back on the ice. He's hoping that LeClair will get his 50th goal.
Leach, pressured by LeClair, moves it up the boards past Wayne Gretzky. 5 seconds to go in the game. And it's a sweep of the home and home by the New York Rangers.
Now, how about that?
6-3 final. The Rangers win it. Mike Richter's 33rd. Goalie Campbell has got to be very, very satisfied, and Ron Hextall's got to be one upset goaltender.
Well, he didn't play very well. He had trouble early. The Rangers took advantage of him. The Lunch Pail gang really played well. Gretzky got 2 assists, and it was a real team performance. 2 games in a row. Some of the unsung heroes for the Rangers becoming heroes. Shane Churla, Billy Burke, Patrick Flatley, amongst others, really having a fine series with the Philadelphia Flyers.
Mike Richter continues his outstanding performance against the Flyers. He made 28 saves, picking up his 33rd win. Pat Flatley with 2 goals. Darren Langdon, Ryan Vandenbush scoring. Rangers getting 2 power play goals by Adam Graves and Nicholas Sundstrom. Mike Eastwood gets the number 3 star. Adam Graves gets the number 2 star as the Rangers win it 6-3.
A rare offensive explosion away from Madison Square Garden by the New York Rangers tonight in a 6-3 victory over the Flyers. They had scored 2 or fewer goals in 11 of the last 13 road games. Just 3 wins. But tonight, 6 goals against a team playing without Eric Lindros. The 3rd and 4th lines playing just great. And, of course, Mike Richter helps give the Rangers the season series over Philadelphia 3-2-1. Now let's go up to John Davidson and Sam Rosen for more.
Thank you, Mike. And I think what you said there, 3rd and 4th line contributions to me, John, that was the biggest factor of this game, that the Rangers dug down, got some big-time contributions from Flatley, from Vandenbush, from Langdon, from Eastwood, and on. Berg was exceptional again.
You know, Sam, the game seemed to take on its own light before the game started regarding the Lindros suspension, the Flyer people feeling, and the Flyer fans in particular, feeling their team gets pushed around too much. And I think that the Rangers just sat back and let all that sort of happen and didn't let that get inside their heads or inside their locker room, and they just went about their business. And you're right, the Lunch Pail guys really had a strong game on the fact that when you play against the Flyers, there's a lot of one-on-ones along the boards. There's a lot of jamming of the net. There's a lot of hard hitting. You have to be able to play smart with it. They didn't take any what you'd call foolish penalties. There was a lot of penalties in the second period around their own goal net when the Flyers put pressure on. But they played a very intelligent 2-game series. And now, from what was a situation where the Rangers had all these question marks with the playoffs around the corner, it's kind of flip-flopped. Now the
right.
Flyers have these question marks, and the Rangers are feeling pretty good about
Well,
themselves.
certainly from the Flyers' standpoint, without Lindros and without Renberg, that's the key. But the biggest question was Hextall, and he was really shaky in the first two periods.
He was.
The only two periods he played.
Yeah, he was, and the Rangers took care of it. Richter was sharp early, real sharp early, and that helped the Rangers get their confidence on the road. I just think that you look at the Rangers lineup in these two games, and there wasn't any passengers. Everybody really played for their team, and they got it done.
Number 3 star Mike Eastwood, number 2 Adam Graves, number 1 Pat Flatley, and Adam Graves is with Mike Crispino right now. Mike?
Thanks, Sam. And Adam Graves is our Marriott Marquis player of the game, the New York Marriott Marquis. Broadway's biggest hit, a goal and assist for Adam Graves, who logged a lot of ice time, center, killing penalties all over the place. Tikkanen goes out, Karpovtsev goes out. Were you wondering if you were going to be able to get by on 15 or 16 players?
You know what shows where my head was? I didn't even realize they were hurt until I came in the dressing room and I saw taking in his suit with an ice bag on. I hadn't realized that he was out of the game.
This win for your team now, a sweep of Philadelphia this week, even though Lindros did not play tonight. What does that do for your confidence as a hockey team at this point in the season?
Well, obviously, Philadelphia have a tremendous hockey club, and anytime you can get 2 points off them, then let alone forward, you got to consider yourself lucky. And I think it's something that we want to build on. We haven't played well up until this series for probably about 2 or 3, 4 weeks, and going into the playoffs, you want to be going in with some momentum, and more importantly, playing at the top of your game. And it's good that we're able to get the 4 points, and at the same time, we're able to rest Mark because, as you well know, he's the key to our hockey club, and to have him healthy and add that to everyone else going, it's going to make us an excellent team going to the playoffs.
I'm sure some teams that do not want to play the New York Rangers in the playoffs. Speaking of center ice and with Messier out again tonight, you got some time there, and I would think it looked to me like you were enjoying yourself. You really got to do some things maybe you don't get the chance to do on the wings.
Yeah, I've been spoiled for 6 years playing with Mess. Anytime you get the opportunity to play with a tremendous, not only man, but a tremendous player like Mark, you get spoiled and you become accustomed to just getting in the openings, and he does so much work with the puck and making plays. So it's a little bit of a different challenge. I've played center before, but I think I prefer the wing, but I enjoy playing center on occasion, and if that's where Soupy feels that I should play on any given night, then I just try to do the best I can.
Well, it certainly worked to the Rangers' advantage tonight. We're going to take a look at your goal. Your team took a 2-0 lead in the first period. Always good to get the lead, of course, in the first period.
I got hit high in the chest, and it was kind of hurting. And to tell you the truth, the puck just kind of came, and I was still wincing from getting hit in the chest. And I had one hand on my stick, and I just tried to tip it towards the net. I was kind of lucky. I just kind of, there we go, lucky.
No, there's no luck involved in this game. Gretzky had a couple more of assists tonight, and the people here in Philadelphia are still marveling. They didn't see him much this year, of course, even though they played you guys 6 times. Still marveling at his skill level and his ability as an assist man. He's the #1 guy in the league again.
Well, he's just, he's tremendous. I mean, he's been the premier player in the league for the last decade and a half, and probably the best player to ever play the game. And to get the opportunity to play with him, you got to consider yourself lucky again, and just marvel at everything he does night in, night out. You see him on the ice when you play against him 1 or 2 or 3 times a year, whatever you happen to play against him, and you're awed by him, but you truly appreciate the skill level and how high above he is as far as the understanding of the game, and how he approaches it, and how much higher level he plays at than everyone else.
Now, by the way, he needs 3 assists tomorrow night, so you're going to need to get a hat trick so he can go over 100 points for the 16th time in his career. Are you ready for that?
If he's depending on me, he's in trouble.
That's Adam Graves of the Rangers with a big 6-3 victory here in Philadelphia tonight. Congratulations, the 2nd star of the game. We'll be back with more on S+ after this. The Rangers have swept the Flyers to move within 1 point of the Florida Panthers, and the goal of the game is brought to you by Brewery Fresh Budweiser, who reminds you, fresh beer tastes better.
Graves moves it, Messier to Leach, to Messier, score! It doesn't get better than that. Drops it back for Gretzky. Takes the shot wide. Karpovtsev plays it along the boards. Leach Took a hit from Petit, moves it to Gretzky, sets up Courtnall. He shoots, knocked down in front. Leach shoots, deflected, score! Adam Graves!
Graves is hurting Sam.
And so Adam Graves with the goal. The Rangers winning at 6-3. That was number 32 on the season. Back with more after this. Back in Philadelphia, the Flyer record without Eric Lindros now drops to 16-12-1 as the Rangers win at 6-3. Let's go back to New York. Standing by at the S Plus Studios, here's Ron Burke.
Thank you, Mike, and welcome to the S Plus studio here in Manhattan. I have the sports update, and we may as well get right to the game that impacted the Rangers tonight. The Rangers came in tied with Pittsburgh for 5th place in the Eastern Conference. The Penguins tonight playing in Tampa. First period action, Mario Lemieux, nice cross-ice pass to Jason Woolley on the power play goal. It ties it at 1 in the first. 3 minutes later, Tampa's Brian Bradley from behind the net to Chris Gratton for a 2-1 lead, and Tampa Bay has just gone up in this game in the third, 4-3 over the Penguins. That's good for the Rangers, who won a Pittsburgh loss. Elsewhere, Buffalo handles Boston with no problem. Washington denies Montreal a chance to clinch a playoff berth. And St. Louis now leads Toronto 3-0 in the third. Well, the Knicks and Bulls go down to the wire in a Garden finish that has become all too painfully familiar for the Knicks. Michael Jordan, who had just 14 points after 3 quarters, burned the Knicks with 20 in the fourth. Brought the Bulls back from a 10-point deficit. Final seconds, Bulls lead by 2. Childs gets a shot off. He misses. The rebound to Oakley, and time runs out as the Knicks fail to close, and they lose to the Bulls 105-103. What do they have to do to topple Chicago? Elsewhere, the Nets beat Milwaukee tonight 93-88. That's going to wrap it up for now from the S Plus studio. I'm Ron Burke. Let's go back to Philadelphia and Mike Crispino.
Thank you, Ron. The Ranger victory here in Philadelphia tonight gives them 86 points. They are just 1 point behind the Florida Panthers. Each team has 1 game remaining. The Rangers head back north. They will take on the Tampa Bay Lightning tomorrow night at Madison Square Garden. The Lightning and Pittsburgh were locked in a 3-3 tie when we last heard. Here's Colin Campbell, the Rangers coach, just moments ago after this victory.
Well, I think what's most important for a team like ours is we've relied and hoped that our top guys, Messier and Gretzky, go out and do it, and Brian Leach or Mike Richter have a 44-save game, and I think we're getting a contribution from a lot of players, Eastwood, Oliver, Courtnall, Lister, Driver, the players that have taken some responsibility and done something with it.
When they made their run in the second period, they got the goal after they get the big momentum fight, and then you guys answered back with a couple of quick goals. Talk about the way that guys kind of kill whatever momentum.
Well, I think the problem with their momentum was 5 or I don't know how many penalties in a row, and we lost a couple of players, Tikkanen and Karpatsev right together with injuries. So we were really undermanned and then killing all the time. So and then we had a couple of our penalty killers take penalties. So we bore down fairly thoroughly there at times, but you know, they got a shot. A tipper went in at the end of a good penalty killer, a 4-minute penalty kill. They scored at the very end there, so that took a little bit of our momentum away. But I think sometimes you wonder when you get up that high.